What is up, everybody? Good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are, whenever you are. Welcome to the stream this morning. Can I ask y'all a question? Did yesterday actually happen? Was yesterday a real thing? Like, I don't think I've ever played a game where I literally just sat and thought about it for the rest of the day. That game, it did some things yesterday. It did some things to me. And golly, what a game. What a game. What a game. I still can't believe it happened. 3D crossbow. Holy crap. What a game. What a game. Anyway, I hope y'all are doing well this morning or this afternoon, whenever it is that you are watching and hanging out here. Let me get my other display pulled up here. That way we can chat and have this going. There we go. Got all that going. All right, there we go. We got it pulled up. We're good to go. After hyperventilating that much, he's now just in denial of the 5 stages of trails. Yeah, I just like, did it really happen? Did they really just pull a Star Wars and then just threw us into Crossbell and then had Lloyd fighting Rean? I don't know where this story is gonna go at this point, because like what I know of Reverie is I know you play as Rean, I know you play as Lloyd. I'm like, are they just trying to kill each other in the game? Is that what they're doing? I actually went to rewatch your reactions, and man, you jumped out of your chair a lot. I know. I went back and watched them again. I was like, dude, I really lost it. It's almost like an Anchorman when you're like, what is it? Gosh, what's that line from Anchorman? Something like it got out of hand, didn't it? Man, that really escalated like it did, didn't it? Yeah. What a game. What a game. And now we're gonna start things off with the epilogue this morning. So we're gonna see what that's all about. We're gonna see what that's all about. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. I did you know, because I set this again, I set this subscribers only mode on to where you have to be a subscriber of 48 hours or longer in order to interact in chat. I do that to keep out potential spoilers. You know, people that might spoil the game or do whatever. And you know, there's a few times yesterday, I want to address this. There's a few times yesterday I was kind of like, you know, looking at chat and seeing several people mention, hey, don't bring up spoilers, you know, let's try to, you know, keep it clean in here. And so I went back and checked the live chat replay. Nothing was really spoiled because a lot of the stuff kind of had already happened, you know, since I'm watching it after the stream yesterday. But yeah, I did notice there was 2 specific people that you know, were definitely sharing some spoilers, and so I've handled that. Those people can can watch the stream. They can watch the stream, but they can't interact in chat. So I've taken care of that because I was a little frustrated with one person in particular who was just seemed like he was very, or they, I don't know who it was, were very liberal in sharing what was going on in Reverie, and I'm like, okay, this is, dude, come on, not even just Reverie, but like the rest of the Cold Steel. I'm like, dude, you need to settle down. Also, I don't understand how you play Azure after Cold Steel 3 and 4. I don't know, that doesn't work in my head. Anyway, I've taken care of that. They can watch the stream, they just can't interact in chat, and it's fine. So I've handled that. Appreciate y'all again looking out for me and just like typing things into the chat so I don't see it. You know, there's a few people, a lot of y'all that have been here that have watched this series for the past month. You know, when you type in chat, I typically look for your names first, and so I typically will look for what y'all are saying first and then go on to someone I don't recognize. So I appreciate y'all saying, hey, don't share spoilers, you know, hey, let's keep it clean, hey, let them, you know, experience this for the first time, because I looked for those messages, and as soon as I saw those, I was like, not gonna look in chat. So appreciate y'all having my back. Appreciate that. I'll be curious on your thoughts of the epilogue when you're done, since it divides some people. I'm real curious to see what this epilogue is. I'm very curious to see what this epilogue is. Partially because I don't know where the game's gonna go, but also because I've heard that like it's divisive, and I mean, Trails in the Sky the Third was pretty divisive, and I love that game, so I don't know, we'll see how it goes. You'll even understand it less when you see the first chapter of Cold Steel 3. Oh, that person's thoughts on playing, or how they played Azure after CS3 and 4. Yeah, I don't understand that. That's like reading the 4th book in a series as like the 2nd book. Like, that's so weird. Saying the divertisement was weak, but that's because he didn't play Crossbow, so it didn't make sense why he didn't care much for it. Yeah, that makes sense. Oh no, man, that divertisement was awesome. Divertisement? Yeah, I think I'm pronouncing that right correctly. That was wild. I was not expecting that. I was not expecting that at all. Like, I'm still sitting here going like, did yesterday really even happen? Like, was that real? That's crazy. That's crazy. I did talk to one of my friends who, he played Cold Steel 1 and 2, like that was his introduction into the series. And he was telling me like, yeah, when I got to that part, I was like, who are these characters? You know? But he's since gone back and played through Zero and Azure. He doesn't play on PC, so he can't play Sky at the moment. Like, I don't think he really has a PC to play games on, but yeah. I don't know, man. As someone who's played these games in order from Sky to now, that was a huge freaking treat. That was a huge freaking treat. Treat. Words are hard. It was a huge treat. Like, I'm still bamboozled, to be completely honest. I'm still bamboozled. Would like to see your reaction to it. What'd you think, Leonidas? See, I knew I was going to have some reactions to the end of the game, but I didn't know my reactions were going to be that grand. I also didn't know that the game was going to throw me into Crossbow either. Or that Gilead Osborne was going to be like, Rean, I am your father. Like, what the heck? Didn't understand the divertisement at all first time around, but I replayed Cold Steel 2 after Zero and Azure, and yeah, that part is just gold. It's amazing. It's amazing. Dude, it's so good. I really love this series. Really good stuff. Really good stuff. I'm gonna try and keep my voice normal for this so I don't break my mic again. I might need to lower the this actually down just a hair so it's not quite so high. Should probably put a level filter on this too, but oh well. PMAC, hey bro, just popping in to say I love your stream. Keep killing it out there. Will do, PMAC. Thank you for stopping by. Appreciate it. Still think the end of the epilogue is the best part of the game. I'm curious. We're gonna go ahead and jump into it here in just a second. Is Rean evil now? See, this is why I like Mobile Suit Gundam so much, is because you get to a point where you're not really sure who the bad guys are, right? Like if you watch Mobile Suit Zeta Gundam, you're like, who's the bad guys? Is it the Federation? Is it this other group? Is it, you know, are the Zeons really the bad guy? Like, I love it when stories do that when they blur those lines. I don't know that Rean's necessarily evil, right? But I don't like him disrespecting my boy Lloyd, that's for sure. It's gonna be interesting playing the next couple of games as him, because I'm like, dude, you tried to take down my boy Lloyd. I'm not cool with that. Someone didn't know the Crossbell games existed. There's so much more information about Trails compared to 7 years ago. I was the same as your friend, I bet. Yeah. So being able to experience the games in proper order is a treat, yeah. And that's the thing too, like, I don't really begrudge, like, I definitely recognize that me playing these games starting last year is a colossal difference than when those games originally released on the Vita and PS3 back in 2013, 2014? Somewhere around there. You know, but yeah, man, it's I don't know, it's just wild, dude. It's wild. It's wild. Interesting how, oh, it shows, okay, sorry, there's like two differences here in my chat. I got like chat pulled up over here and over here that I'm reading. And anyway, before you start CS3, look at the hidden cutscene with Lysander. You can only get, oh yeah, dude. Leonidas, my guy, you were like the 20th person to remind me about this cutscene. I do appreciate the frequent reminders though, because I do tend to forget things. You know, but I will definitely look that up. We'll look it up on stream. Someone sent me a link to it yesterday, and thankfully, like, there's nothing in there that the thumbnail didn't really spoil anything. But I'd argue the best time to jump into Trails is this year. Yeah, absolutely. Since you have a complete arc from Sky and all the way to Reverie, yeah, absolutely. Because I started it last year, and you know, started with Sky, then stopped at 0, and then had to wait for Azure to come out this year. So yeah, definitely this, I think now is like the best time to get into the series if you haven't done it just yet. You know, it is a daunting task to play through 10 games, but I mean, I don't know, if you really like JRPGs and you really like good storytelling and just all that stuff, I mean, you know what I mean? Might as well. Let's jump into it now. Time for the finale, indeed. It's just that Sky isn't on console other than PSP Vita. Yeah, that's the thing that's frustrating. If you have a PC though, with, you know, decent specs, you can run it, and I think playing all the games on there is probably the best way to go. I mean, I've said this a lot. I've said this a lot. I really am, like, the more I look back on Trails in the Sky first chapter, I'm like, dude, I treated you way too harshly. Sky first chapter is a good game. It's not the best in this. It's definitely not my favorite, but it's not a bad game. Read the Black Records and watch the New Game Plus cutscene before starting CS3. Will do, gamer. We read Black Record first or continue the games first? I'll probably read that. So here's the plan. We'll finish this on stream. We'll watch the New Game cutscene. I will finish up those books and that audio drama that I was supposed to finish. I'm still like halfway through Red Moon Rose. I'll read Black Records, and then we'll start the opening of Cold Steel 3, and then I've got to figure out what I'm doing for streaming for next week and the week after, because my schedule is going to be a little crazy. We might have to switch to night streams next week, but we'll see. Very close to finishing Reverie, by the way. 100 hours in. It just sounds like a good time. It just sounds like a good time to me. I'm kind of glad I'm not going to be able to play Reverie for another like month or 2 months. because it seems like some of the bugs that I've seen y'all talk about should hopefully get ironed out by then. Just think Trails is just Lord of the Rings, but anime, and dare I say better. Again, I think y'all know I'm not a big fan of Lord of the Rings. I respect it for what it is. I'm just not a big fan of it. I don't think I'll ever make 10 games, especially when new games just keep coming. I think you could, if you play on easy and then just don't play anything else. It's only dawning before you start, then you get to Cold Steel 3 and wonder what else you're gonna do after Trails. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at now. I'm like, I don't really, because like y'all have said this, like, you know, don't rush into Reverie, because when you rush into Reverie, then you gotta wait for the next one, and who knows how long that's gonna take. And I'm sitting here going, I'll just take my time, just kind of, you know, mosey my way through Cold Steel 3 and 4. Take my time, smell the roses, hang out with Sarah. You know? Know what I'm saying? Sky 1 through 3 runs on my $300 laptop I use for work. Yeah, yeah. Sky 1 through 3 can run on a potato. Yeah, potato friendly. Yeah, I would love to see. You know, I think would be really cool is if these games came to mobile. Like if you could play them on like your phone or something. They did that with Final Fantasy. I think that would be really cool. I think that would be really cool. More people will be able to enjoy it, but again, licensing issues with Sky. But I'd like you to play Xenosaga and tell me how it compares to Trails. I need to figure out how I can even play Xenosaga to begin with. I know that's not on Steam. I don't own it, so I don't feel comfortable emulating it. I might have it on my PS Vita, actually. I'll have to go check that this week. I've heard good things about Xenosaga. I think there's a remake of Xenosaga, that like a rumor about it being remade is like floating around. Play Reverie almost 45 hours and complete the Act 3. You got East 8, 9, Tokyo Xanadu. That's true, I do got those. East 8 is just sitting on my PlayStation waiting for me like it's... I might have to plug in my controller. Yeah, East 8's right there, it's just waiting for me. Just hanging out. Just hanging out, just waiting for me to play it. And get some trophies. Did I even bring that cable in here? Might have to run and grab that charge cable here in a second. Oh yeah. Comes with Black Records. We read the first 5 books. There's 12 books. The later ones you'll get through Cold Steel 3 and 4, but 1 and 5 are in Cold Steel 2. Okay. I'll check that out. And take a slight detour from other Falcom games. Some Zwei duology or Gurman. We'll see. That's the other thing too, is like once August hit, like once the end of August hits, I've got Immortals of Avium and Armored Core to play. So that might be like where I take a break from Cold Steel for a little bit. So I'm gonna be playing Armored Core day 1. I'm not waiting on that game. But then Spider-Man comes out a few weeks later, so I guess I'm kind of screwed. Would wait for the Xenosaga remake? Okay, will do. Maybe play Tokyo Xanadu after you complete CS2 for a palate cleanser. I could do that. That opening that y'all had me watch the other day was pretty dope. Really good stuff. Xenosaga is okay. The first one is good. The second is kind of lame. I couldn't finish it. Wasn't the second one, didn't they like rush the development of it, or they weren't able to finish it or something? Maybe I'm thinking of Xenogears. But I could have swore like one of them like was rushed, or they weren't able to like do something with it. He says actually very easy to dive because standalone story. Yeah. That's why I was able to jump into Memories of Celceta so easily, because I'm like, oh, it's a standalone story. That's cool. I might replay Memories of Celceta. That was a really good game. That was a good game. It's not sure I can start with Sky because of the battle system and the old graphics. Shallow I may be. That's understandable. The graphics aren't for everybody. I don't mind going back because I love retro games. But I understand it. Playing Trails on mobile, you sort of can if you have them on Steam and turn on Steam Link, but it's not the best experience. Oh, I didn't even think about that, yeah. Oh, dude, if you have a Steam Deck, you could... Oh, I didn't even think about that. That'd be dope. You're just gonna skip to Cold Steel 3? Alright, I mean... David, you do you. You do you. You're just there for the trains, though, right? Xanadu is the hurrah for CS2 engine. I'm real curious about the Xanadu game. I know I've heard so much about it, but... Story is more light novelish, though. Well, that might be a bit of a turnoff. I'll try it out, though. I don't mind trying new games. I mean, I tried Cold Steel, or Sky, and look at where I'm at now. Sky's battle system is more or less the same as Cold Steel. Fair enough. Y'all, I need to plug in my controller to charge it, so let me go ahead and grab that cable real quick, get my controller plugged in so that way it can stay charged, and I will be right back. All right, we're back. I get a cable for my controller because it said it was like 1% or not like 1%, but like 10% or something like that. Cold Steel 3 is designed as an entry point. It's interesting. Few fun facts about Trails games. First chapter, second chapter were supposed to be one game. The third wasn't supposed to exist. Neither did the Crossbow games, nor did Cold Steel 4 and Reverie. Really? I knew first and second chapter were supposed to be one big game, but like because of like technology limitations, they had to make it two or something like that. I remember finding that out like after the fact, and I was like, oh. I definitely treated that game harshly then. Definitely would have done that. Hondo was really wanting to continue Tokyo Xanadu story though. There are rumors of a sequel next year. Yeah, didn't he hint at something? In like a recent interview, like they're wanting to do like a new game, but like still, I can't remember the exact quote, but I remember him saying like he wanted to do a new game, new entry or something like that. After I finish Cold Steel 4 and Reverie, I think I'll be playing Final Fantasy 16, then off to East. Alrighty, man. I'm very curious to hear what you think about Final Fantasy 16. I'm still like, bless you. I'm like, I think 30, how many hours? Hang on, let me swap this over real quick. Let me check this out. How many hours am I in Final Fantasy 16? 35 hours? Okay. Yeah, I'm 35 hours into it, and I gotta be honest, like, it's fine. My thoughts on it haven't really changed much. I still think it's just alright. When the game's firing on all cylinders, it's pretty stinking dope, but other than that, it just is what it is. There's people who love it though, so I mean, it is what it is. If people love it, that's fine. If people don't love it, I get it. It's what it is. But I did love the combat. The combat's really stinking good. I really like it. I also really like Devil May Cry though, so they kind of fit in there for me. Entry point, it's just my opinion though, but I still forbid for people jump into Cold Steel 3 because it's already yellow card. Yellow card. Does Trails in the Sky have planes? They do. They have airships. I think they're kind of cool actually. Want to work on something that isn't Trails or East, but Kondo didn't say what it was. That's right, yeah. I'm real curious to see. I'm at a point where I'm like, let's just try all of Falcom's games at this point. Let's see what we've got. I want to see what's out there. By the way, I did remember to switch the scene this time. The last two streams, I didn't do it. Let's just jump into it. Let's jump into it, and I'll chat with y'all as we go. Back at the Twin Dragons Bridge. By the way, y'all, I know I said this at the top of the stream. I still can't believe yesterday happened. Dude, I bet David's loving this right now. I'm just getting a long look at this train. And we're back in Trista. Back in Trista. Xanadu 2 would make sense since they're re-releasing Tokyo Xanadu on Switch in Japan right now, but it could also be a new IP entirely. Dude, if I could play Xanadu on my Switch, I would totally take that. I much prefer playing JRPGs on my Switch. Just because of the portability. Anything after Final Fantasy... Is that Final Fantasy 12? Is just fine. Pretty accurate. I will say, I'm not much into MMOs anymore. I used to play World of Warcraft a lot in high school and college. But dude, I'll admit, Final Fantasy 14 is a dang good MMO. The times that I've dabbled in it, like, it's really stinking good.
Can't imagine it was a very pleasant trip for you, all bound up like that.
It did not present a problem. I will now enter an inactive state and allow the mechanics to perform maintenance.
Thanks. Well then, I'll leave him with you.
Sure thing. We'll take good care of him.
By the way, it's a real honor to be entrusted with the famous Ashen Knight.
Welcome back, Rean. You must be exhausted.
Captain Claire.
Not really. I barely did anything. Everything went off without a hitch, mostly thanks to Valamar's power.
Yep.
Not to mention the planning of your people.
Whoa. Whoa. Where's that aggression coming from, man?
You're annoyed, I take it, by the way we do things.
Not really. Regardless of the means, the war coming to a swift end was a good thing for everyone. As for what happened to Crossbell, I'm not in any position to talk. No, those aren't what bother me. I can buy that you had no idea Rufus was an Ironblood.
Oh, okay.
But did you really not know about my real father?
I didn't have any hard evidence, but I did suspect that might be the case. You just seemed somehow similar. The air about you, your facial features. I was always puzzled by how fascinated he was by your class as well.
I see. Excuse me then.
Yeah, that's fair. I don't blame him for being upset about that. I get it.
It wasn't the only reason I worried about you, you know. Not that I could possibly tell him that.
What does that mean? That's not the only reason you cared about him, not that you could possibly tell him that? What's the other reason? Play Trails to find out.
I'm behaving like such a child.
By the way, if y'all subscribe to the channel, thank you for the subscription. I just saw White Pink subscribed. I don't get the notifications when I switch my display over. CS2 is being hard carried by the finale. Did have a lot more people we've never seen before in chat yesterday. Oh, I'm behind on a couple things. Let me get caught up here. Trail series is a sub-series from Dragon Slayer, also sub-series Xanadu. Yeah, I think it was NatReg44 in chat was telling me and my co-host Micah about that several episodes ago on the podcast. Where I was like, oh yeah, that's wild. Dragon Slayer. Thank you for bringing that up though, Ryan, because that's another one I probably ought to check out a little bit. Watch someone do a crazy boss fight towards the end of the game. Final Fantasy 16, that is. Dude, all the boss fights are crazy in that game. That's why, like, if I were to give Final Fantasy 16 a star rating, I'd give it like a 4. Because the boss fights are just that stinking good. Trails ruined your view on Final Fantasy 16, I assume. Dude, Trails ruined my view on literally every JRPG I've ever played. I think it was, what was it? Was it Choops who joked about that, making a thumbnail for like a next review that says like F Persona? That's basically where I'm at. Like, screw Persona, man. Screw I'm not gonna say screw Final Fantasy, because Final Fantasy 4 and 6 and 7 are both really good. Notice that yesterday's stream became the most viewed stream in less than 12 hours. People really do know when the hype parts are and watch those parts. Yeah, I noticed that too. Yesterday's stream, I think, almost has 600 views. And I'm like, people were just waiting. People were just waiting. They knew, man. They knew. Xanadu's portable games first one released? Oh, I didn't know that. That's cool. Already know the CS meme that born from Akaba Strip 2? The Yamate Kuri? What is that? Have to like MMOs though to like what is that? 14? Yeah, that's true. That's true. Keeping track of Rean's ha-has? Really don't like this epilogue the first time I played because I was mentally ready for CS3 after the divertisement, but it's grown on me. That's understandable. Rean is being propaganda tool. Yeah. That's why, like, I don't know how to feel about Rean. Because, like, I feel like at this point he's, like, being brainwashed to a degree. Right? I don't know. Play Trails to find out. Father Benjamin, she's only tackled on special JRPGs. Yeah. But the reason is obvious. He's the harem protagonist. True. Oh, okay. True. Consider the first action RPG ever. It's from, like, 1983. See, that makes me want to play it even more. Summer tone from CS1 prologue scene from Guerrilla Fortress that Rean says stop before the railgun, but in Japanese. Oh, okay. You're going to not know how you feel about Rean for a while? Great. I mean, that's fine with me.
It's hard to believe it's been a whole month since I was here last. Guess it didn't snow after all.
Hopefully we can slow down a little bit, though. After yesterday, like, I'm still in recovery mode. Oh yeah, I reloaded my save and...
the excitement of that day has faded away or
picked Laura. So I was thinking, I was like, man, it feels kind of weird to just switch them around after the game. Bothered my OCD a little bit, so...
So why? Why do I feel so cold? Huh?
Cheer up, dude. You got cherry blossoms.
Oh. Lino flowers.
Welcome back, Rean.
Is that Toa? Oh, Elisa.
Huh? Welcome back.
What are you doing standing there? It's not like you to wallow in nostalgia. Did the flowers get to you?
I'll say this, as long as this game doesn't end like Evangelion did, with all the characters applauding the main character and saying congratulations, I'm okay with that.
You all came to see me.
Such a weird ending.
They started budding just yesterday.
You're cold because your soul is cold. Hey, just like my steel, right? Ba-doom-doom-ch. Harem
Should be in
bombardment.
full bloom in about a week. Guess some of them couldn't wait.
I guess not.
Lino flowers? No.
It's good to be back, you guys.
Cherry blossoms, Lino flowers.
We're all so happy to see you again.
You must be wiped out after all you did, though.
Dude, you have no idea, guys. You have no idea.
I'm fine, actually. It really wasn't that tough.
What if it ends with all of them applauding and watching Rean's back? I mean, that would honestly be slightly better.
Still, did all of you really come out here just to welcome me back?
Why wouldn't we?
Congratulations, Rean. You committed war crimes. I mean...
It's not like we second years have any lessons to worry about this time of year.
It do be like that. I can see why. Because it's like, you start off the game by yourself, and then you finally have the whole gang back together. I get it, man. It's very touching.
I already had to come out here because of Valimar, so I figured I might as well say hi to you too.
Technically, the first years are supposed to be in class right now, but I turned it into a self-study period instead. And that was only possible because everyone's favorite captain told us exactly when you'd be arriving.
Really now? It's nice to see you here too, Celine.
Well, don't think I went out of my way to be here or anything. But given the way that you were acting when you left, I was a little worried about you. I mean, I wasn't. Not at all.
Still, thanks everyone.
So what now? Going back to your dorm for some well-earned rest?
We can carry your stuff for you if you want.
No, I'm fine. You said that class is in session right now, right? I'm a student, so I might as well attend. I mean, I have been absent for a month now.
Wow, you're no fun at all. I was hoping we could skip the whole class thing and get to the welcome back party.
So he's been gone for a month, basically. Just, okay.
I like that idea.
Even the cat, harem trash. Doc, I gotta be honest, man. I loved your tweet about is Harry Potter isekai harem trash. But I'm so disappointed that not more people responded to it, because I thought that would have really riled people up.
Come on, it's party time!
Am I the only one who cares about studying at this school?
Yes, Maki, yes, you are.
Well, maybe we can hold the party tonight instead.
In that case, we should probably head back to the academy.
I'll say this. What I really like about this scene is everyone's wearing their uniforms, obviously with the exception of Rean. And it's just, I don't know, it kind of feels like, okay, cool, things are back to normal, right? But we know things aren't back to normal for Crossbell, so there's that,
Rean?
There's that tension there, right? I like that a lot. That's very interesting.
I'm truly glad to have you back.
Thanks. I feel the same way.
It's good to be back, Dommy Mommy. Winter's End. This is either very ominous or very chill.
I'll never forget those days. The final weeks we spent together as a class are like dazzling jewels forever etched into my memories. I cherished every last moment. I never wanted it to come to an end. But time stops for no one. The minutes and hours kept passing, and our days together were slowly coming to a close. After what happened, Valflame Palace soon returned to its original form.
Oh yeah, I wonder what Heimdall looks like. Did they have to repair anything?
It was almost as if everything that took place there was some sort of dream.
Oh, okay.
People's memories of that day started becoming vague. Many were convinced it was some kind of collective hallucination.
Interesting.
That may have been in part a result of the chaotic days that followed, brought about by the Chancellor and Rufus. After the war, the entire country feared that Calvard would invade Crossbell and try to take it for its own. Using that to his advantage, Rufus quickly convinced the nobility to support him, pledged to cooperate with the Chancellor, and in January 1205, the combined forces of both Imperial and Provincial armies invaded Crossbell. Crossbell no longer possessed the weapon of mass destruction that had annihilated Gorelia Fortress. Thanks to that, the city was occupied in a mere day, with no bloodshed. Calvard was quick to react, sending countless airships to try and drive the Imperial forces out. However, between Rufus's leadership and the combined might of the tanks and soldats under his command, they were quickly repelled.
Well, you had something to do with that too, Rean, you know?
As for me, Chancellor Osborne's words became the reality. Valimar and I were heralded as those responsible for Heimdall's liberation, and as the purported hero to the nation, I'd received and accepted a request in February to back up our forces in Crossbell. It was there that I found myself suddenly leading numerous soldats and fighting off the Republican army. Before I knew it, everyone around me was referring to me as the Ashen Chevalier. Time kept flowing, and mid-March came. The month in which Class 7 would finally say their goodbyes.
Oh. Huh. Okay.
And that brings our history review right up to the dawn of the modern era. Next week, we'll be covering the 50-year period from the Orbital Revolution up to the present day. We're blowing through this material a lot more quickly than I would otherwise, so try to keep up with your reading. Oh, and Emma and Machias, if you see anyone struggling, try to help them out, okay?
I fully intend to.
Leave it to us. I've got plenty of good reference books on the subject.
I bet you
That
do.
would be very helpful, actually.
Gosh, dude, this is so, like, it's weird because I just played Cold Steel 1, right? So it's weird to say that this is nostalgic, but
Sounds like a pain. Oh well.
I don't know, there's something just very relaxing about this.
I do happen to have a few gaps in my knowledge of the Revolution.
I should be able to help out with the technological side of things if you guys need it. I'm guessing we're gonna run into that Schmidt guy's name a lot too.
It's also just really weird because, like, of what's going on in Crossbell and what we know.
Well, he was one of the 3 leading disciples of Professor Epstein, so yeah.
It'll feel strange seeing his name in textbooks, knowing how he is in real life.
Because you all know him now.
Yeah, it's kind of amazing to think we were able to meet him, though.
Very nostalgic considering all they went through. Yeah. Winter's End is the perfect time for backwashing. Stop
All
it.
right. Like I said, I'll be giving a quiz next week on everything we've covered up to now.
Laura carried, no doubt. She carried this playthrough on her strong, broad shoulders.
Which means it'll cover quadratic functions, factorizations, sets, logic, and probability.
And her big old sword. Guys, remind me? Huh? Is there a test coming up? Wait, what is that? Winter chill drums? What does that mean? Laura doesn't strike me as a hold hands girl? Nah. She's too dignified for that.
And if I'm feeling really mean, there might be a little calculus in there. So, study for this one.
That's a lot.
Fair to say it's extremely unlikely I'll finish CS2 today? Probably.
I'm getting depressed just thinking about it.
Sounds more like he's reciting some kind of curse.
I don't know. I mean, I'm going to be streaming till 1 p.m. and it's like 9:42 right now. So y'all tell me.
It is all material we've covered in class before, you know.
It'll be worth going over the most basic formulas at the very least.
Oh, this guy.
That sums up this lecture on the structure of the stock market in Erebonia.
That class on the stock market?
Next week, we will hurry on and study unemployment and inflation problems.
Oh, it's like economics.
We're also
Okay.
going to be taking part in a debate on those issues. So make sure each of you are well prepared.
Sidebar, again, you know, me being a teacher, I wish we taught economics more in school. I feel like that's something we don't really teach a whole lot.
What kind of debate? A debate. It's when people are divided into groups for and against something, then they
Like-
argue their viewpoints.
Like my school district does, but I don't think a lot of school districts teach economics. But I'm not going to get on that soapbox. Art and music. That was my favorite class in high school.
After much consideration, I've decided we will use our remaining time to listen to and enjoy music from all manner of genres. From famous classics to popular modern music, I've gathered records of all kinds for you to enjoy.
That's a dope class right there.
I even managed to borrow music from a hot new genre like Heaving metal, I believe it's called. Oh, I wonder what that sounds like.
Yes. That's my kind of music. I can just imagine them all sitting there, and like you hear the double bass pedals, and it's like ding 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 ding. You see this guy coming in, he's like, and like Fee and Millie are just like bobbing their heads to it. Everybody else is horrified. Dude, I love heavy metal. It's good stuff.
Nice work, guys.
This is so chill. I'm glad this is so chill. After yesterday, I'm so like zonked. I don't even know if that's a word. Think it's finishable today? We'll see.
You poor kids must be exhausted. Feels
Depends
like all
whether you
your
use
other
side content or not.
instructors are dead set on cramming your brains with as much material as humanly possible.
School of Rock. Yeah.
I want to crawl into a hole and die.
I did see, I looked at, again, non-spoilers, and it showed there was like a good chunk of like, there was a good list of quests to do during this, so.
You said it.
Still, this is exactly how we wanted it.
I definitely want to do all the side quests. I think I can get the trophy for doing all the side quests, or doing all the quests, and I want to get that.
We're doing it for our sake, so I don't mind it so much.
There's no way we could cover everything in class, so it's sweet of them to give us the bullet points while they still can. It's paying off for us in the long run, yeah, so we owe them a lot.
Forcing you to try and keep up with us is a little unfair of us, though.
Politics and economics is a mandatory class in the 4th year of high school in Croatia. Good. That's awesome. That's something that you need to know. That's good.
Yeah,
I like that.
You're gonna have to do all of this again next year.
We had a business class in my high school growing up, but it was like it was during your 2nd year, which was really stupid because by the time you graduated, you forgot everything from it already. They should have moved it to your senior year or your 4th year before you graduated, so that way you had all this knowledge as you're graduating, and then you go out in the world.
You're fine with this arrangement.
You're able to retain a lot of it because you're gonna have to put it into practice very quickly.
This is to my benefit too. If I get all of this crammed into my head now, maybe I can even come out on top on next year's midterms.
Toa's performance from the school festival, like when they played the song together as a group.
That's some confidence. I wouldn't be surprised if you actually did it, though.
He did pretty well in the midterms this year, too, remember?
I'm probably just being too optimistic.
Nah, I wouldn't say that. Guess we'll know for sure next year.
Anyway, tomorrow's the day you've all been waiting for. Your next free day. I know you've got enough schoolwork to choke a horse, but try to carve out a little time for your clubs and all that youthful jazz. The forecast for tomorrow is clear blue skies. Might be the perfect chance to sneak off and get into some ooh la la with that special someone.
Whoa.
And truly, you teach us all by living your life as a shining counterexample. Spoken like a true lifetime member of the Lonely Hearts Club, instructor.
They're all just roasting her.
Hey! I'll have you know that there are plenty of guys who would do anything for a private lesson with yours truly.
What?
But if that many men are interested in you, how come you spend so much time drinking alone in your room?
Elliot, my dude.
I think the polite thing to do here is just smile and nod.
If you keep setting your sights on guys like Laura's dad, you might as well just buy a couple cats and get it over with.
Gosh, dude. They're
It does seem like
ruthless.
she's fighting an uphill battle to find a good match.
Just you wait, guys. In 2 weeks, when you see the hordes of chiseled, elegant gents draped over me, we'll see who has the last laugh.
It's so funny. It's
Time
so
really
funny.
does fly. It's hard to believe our last free day is tomorrow.
Pork Bob, I reloaded my save and it went back with Laura. Cause I felt weird, like, you know, you pick Laura in the first game and then in the second game you pick someone else different, like that just feels weird to me. I did the same thing in Mass Effect also. I was like, I can't really pick, you know, Can't pick someone different. John Hannon, what's up, man? It's going good, dude. We're finishing Cold Steel out. I mean, Arcane Gale's like, you know, he's like, hey, I wouldn't mind a private lesson, you know what I'm saying? Some backwashing, you know what I mean? Yeah, even I left Sarah, yeah.
Yeah, it felt like we still had more time.
All right, man. Laura's just, she's more, what's the word? She's got like a more dignified air about her.
For me, it feels like it's been ages since I last had one.
Plus, she hits like a freaking freight train. Are you kidding me? It's like what it's like what Yuki said in chat. She carried my playthrough.
Were you able to rest up at all while you were away?
You know, might have accidentally picked Sarah for the hot springs earlier on in the game, but I was like, oh, okay, we're not doing this.
Not really. It was basically work, work, work the whole time.
I was wondering where the extra part of that scene was. It never happened. Yep. I just went back in time and erased it. I Barry Allen'd it. Yep. See, even Yuki picked Laura. Yeah.
I did get taken into Crossbell City during what time off I did have.
Laura is best girl.
I can't say I felt very comfortable there.
I'm sure. Indeed. That must have been more painful than anything.
To the people of Crossbell, we Erebonians are aggressors. I can hardly imagine they would welcome us with open arms.
Dude, see, now I'm so curious about, like, future games now.
That doesn't sound like it'd stop Lecter from living it up over there, though.
He did take me to a casino once, actually. He won so much, he might as well have been cheating.
Shocking. It always feels like people who like gambling really like it, huh?
Okay, that's a little too soon.
So, does anyone have anything planned for our free day? Remember, it's the very last one, so make it count. We wouldn't want to end the day with any regrets.
True enough. Although, I wonder if I'd end the day regretting that it has to end in the first place if we made it too much fun.
I've got so much that I want to do, I'm not sure where to start. I know I want to attend practice, at least. Oh, same. I've got to go taste test some new dishes for the cooking club, plus Kershus has a new menu up, and...
How many stomachs do you have?
Will you be helping the student council tomorrow, Rean?
That's the plan. It sounds like Toa will finish handing all her work over to the others today, but they're bound to be busy, so I thought it'd be nice to take some of it off their hands, whether they like it or not.
Ah, Rean, ever the reliable gopher.
That's a very you response.
If there's anything we can help with, let us know, okay?
Well, I guess I'd better get going. I could go straight to the student council room, but it's my first time back in over a month, so
yeah, dude.
It would be nice to take a walk.
Yeah, let's go walk around the campus.
Maybe I should go and see how Valamar's doing too.
Rean.
Yo, what's up, girl? How you doing?
Huh? I thought you were going to the gymnasium.
Uh-oh.
My apologies.
Rean doesn't know how to handle this.
I do intend to go. I just wanted to spend a little time with you first. It feels like it's been a long time since we last had the chance. So,
You don't even realize how cute you are sometimes, do you?
Dude, are you gonna hug her back? Like, what are you doing just standing there like a wooden plank? Okay, thank you.
I feel like I've grown more selfish ever since I met you.
Like, bro, like...
And I don't mind at all. Having you in my arms again is everything I could ask for.
Rean.
So wholesome. Very cute. Two of them were happily simply passing the time together. See, that's super cute. It's very adorable. So their goodbyes just outside the classroom. And plus, it's not academically irresponsible either, like it would be if it was with Sarah. You can walk around the academy grounds freely after visiting the building accessible through the engineering building. Wait, after visiting the building accessible through the engineering building and speaking to Toa and the student counselor, and the story will advance. I don't understand. Change your character's costume by... Dude, I know how to change the costume. Literally did this earlier. What was the traveling costume, though? Oh, okay, it's that one. Maybe rock the casual ones. No, not the Sword Art Online one. Yeah, maybe we just rock the casual stuff, since we're just kind of hanging out, right? Maybe that's what we do. Sitting here thinking about the insane moments Logan is going to jump out of his chair in Cold Steel 3 and 4, and his mic is going to peak him and he might pass out. I was thinking yesterday, someone commented on the video and was like, you're gonna need to like fix that mic of yours. I'm like, maybe I should have got a new mic during Amazon Prime days. But I think it'll be all right. I think it'll be all right. I just need to put some filters on the mic so it doesn't do that again. Didn't even volunteer to be a candidate in the first place. Oh, mint. Oh, mint. Can we not? Oh, okay. Alan did against Patrick today. Hopefully well after that energizing lunch I made for him. I guess trying to support your significant other in every way was possible. Decided to join a military band in the Imperial Army after I graduate. I want a career that gives me the chance to show people the strength of music. Nor better to show strength than in the military. It'll let me put the skills I picked up at the academy to use too. Good for you, man. Good for you. Millie. Weird to think tomorrow's the last free day of the year. I'm gonna have to go exploring. Better start drawing a map and planning out the day now. I don't want to waste a single hour. Received a job offer from the Zamurian Railroad Corporation, so that's where I'll be working after graduation. They're going to be introducing something called a buffet car to certain trains, apparently. Sick. Didn't see myself working for a train company, but traveling the country concocting new dishes sounds like a dream. Give me a chance to see how this nation is shifting from a variety of places too. That's dope. Sounds like everybody, well, not everybody. I haven't talked to everybody yet, but it seems like people are getting do their thing. Extenuating circumstances have led me to opening an exhibition in Heimdall. More specifically, our club advisor took the liberty of showing off the piece I made during the war to everyone she could. Now I've got people saying they want to become my sponsors or some garbage like that. That's good. Claire, that's good. Claire, dang it. Wasn't able to figure out why painting felt so empty to me this past month. Well, not until you came back. All of a sudden that emptiness is completely gone. Clearly I like your company. Clara always says that paintings reflect the heart of their artist. It looks like she was absolutely right. That's sweet. Taking over Claire's position as the head of the art club once she graduates, not that I feel like I'm up to the task, but that won't stop me from trying. I can't live in fear of overstepping my comfort zone, not with you all doing what you're doing. Brought Lynn some of the flowers I grew in the gardening club to use as a model for her painting. You want some too? They smell super sick. Oh my gosh. Wait, you don't, so you don't get the flowers? Okay, whatever. Is there anybody else on this side? No, but there's someone wandering around over here. You are my workout, Rean? Wait, what? Pick them for the trophy. To tell you the truth, I've been feeling kind of jealous of your class lately. I mean, I know things are tough for you and your classes are way harder than anyone else's, but you all just seem like you're having so much fun together. Nothing ever gets you down. It looks so nice. Well, it is. It is pretty nice, Colette. It's very awesome. You know, it's time for me to bow to my academic career. Have the preparations been made for my return to my family's land, Sarifa? Of course, everything is arranged for you to start managing them from the moment you arrive. I also finished networking with all of the other second years so that you may remain in contact with them. The Empire as it stands, it is more imperative than ever that we fresh young graduates stay connected. What better contact for maintaining those connections than Vincent Florald, noble and patriot? And feel the inspiration from here, Master Vincent. You know how tough it is to do these special lessons for you kids? More than enough on my hands with just one set of lessons, but you guys just had to have your own, didn't you? I really can't thank you enough for doing all of this for us. Yeah, whatever. Dude, Makarov he's a vibe. My current workload's a headache, but I'm sure it'll be upgraded to a migraine when next year rolls around, and doing no small part to that building over there. Dude, Makarov is every teacher at the end of the school year. He's just like, I don't care, I'm done. Well, it's supposed to house Valimar and all of those soldads. The Imperial Army asked the Academy to build it, didn't they? Asked isn't really the right word, though, and it's not my first time. They made us take those combat shells, too. Even made me help with it since I worked on that Tachi. Just finished it up a few days before you came back from Crossbell. They haven't given us any soldats to put in there yet, but it's probably just a matter of time. But they're going to be as common on the battlefield as tanks soon enough. It's kind of scary to think how much has changed in Erebonia already since the end of the war. This is probably only the beginning. Nothing stays the same forever. You don't spend so much time worrying about the future that you forget about what's happening in your life right now. Basically, don't freak out about the future of Erebonia when you've got your own crap to deal with, like next week's test. Sure to study extra hard for this one. Huh. Interesting. I was wondering what that building was like, because they mentioned that a little bit ago, and I was like, what building are they talking about? So it's clearly that one. Well, the students and instructors seem so restless right now. Not that that comes as a surprise whether they stay at Thors or go elsewhere. They'll have a brand new environment to adapt to. New beginnings are part of the nature of spring, and that's not a bad thing. Would have thought you'd be back in your dormitory by now to get everything in order for tomorrow. Now that you are here, however, there's one thing I would like to ask you. There's... Of course. Of course. Can't say I'm afraid. I didn't really get the chance to see what they were up to. I could have, though. Maybe next time. It's just worried. I was just worried as to Rishima's well-being. Been rumors of late that the group's star performer has been gravely injured and is in the process of recovery. Been worried that her absence may be placing additional stress on Risha. Forget I said anything. Yep, you did. Probably shouldn't tell him about the whole fighting thing, and I can hardly believe it happened myself. I still can't believe it. I'm still sitting here in a state of bamboozlement. I'm just like, whoa. Rean the wooden plank Schwarzers. Doing the main course in the trash. There's starving people out there, you know. Hey. Y'all can play trails. Y'all can play trails and pick Sarah. I'm not. Nah. Highest Rean fanfic. Reference to the real spin-off light novel of CS Cast. Does that have anything to do with what's that anime? Sword Art Online? Rean Schwarzer is always tense at the moment. Plus, I feel Cold Steel does more the bonding characters than what Persona does. I'd have to assess that. When am I going to be watching the New Game Plus scene? After I finish this. But I'm not really going to rush through this either. So, could be today, could be tomorrow. Stay out of harm's way. Really just depends. But taking y'all's advice, not rushing through this stuff. Gonna talk to some of these characters, get some more stuff out of it. Rather than following the path life laid out for you, you're taking your lives into your own hands and forging new trails. Making it through the war has clearly had a positive effect on all of you. You've been back for 3 whole days now. Have people finally stopped hounding you with questions? Sounds like you hardly had moment's peace at first. Everyone knew where I'd been. The whole country knows what with the Chronicle running those stories about me. Can't blame them for being curious. It's one of those things you'll probably just have to get used to, at least as long as you're a hero in the public eye. Don't think about it too much. Just be sure to make good use of tomorrow, both for yourself and for those who no longer can. Good advice. Hang on, what's this? The potted plant grown by Fee. It gives off a gentle, calming aroma. Was that lavender or something? Stu Thomas's glasses, I tell ya. How goes your studying? I'd be more than happy to help if you're having any sort of trouble. It's the offer, but I think I'll be alright. I've got Machias and Emma's support system keeping me on the ball. That offer extends to next year, though. I'm sure I'll be taking you up on it then. Oh, by all means, nothing in this world makes me happier than lending a hand to students in need. Can you believe the academic year is so close to its end? Just love to see it off with a big old party, wouldn't you? I think you're onto something. Dude, Thomas is something else. I think there's more to this guy than meets the eye. Because there was that moment in Heimdall where he, like, got super serious. And I'm like, my guy, what is this side of you? If it isn't Rean Schwarzer, allow me to give you my belated congratulations on your incredible work over in Crossbell. Though it does break my heart that such a heavy burden should fall to a student such as yourself. Feel bad, sir. I was the one who chose to accept the Crossbell and government's requests after all. Besides, it wouldn't do me any good to run away from this. The role I've been given is difficult, but I'll see it through to the end. Ended up meeting some interesting people over here too. I have no regrets. I shall say only one more thing. Sure, your days ahead will be full of hardships. Be sure not to lose sight of yourself as you face them. That's all the advice I can give you. Thank you, sir. General Van Dyke was my superior back when I was in the army. As such, I'm planning on granting you a bit of additional assistance. Be surprised if principal. Yeah, he might have known something. Hey, that's still so wild to me. I can't. It blows my mind. Guys sipping hard. Yeah, Heinrich was. Had the Risha figure right next to me. AMA? What? I'm not gonna lie. So, when I started like buying or looking up Trails figures and that Valimar not mobile suit, that what's it called? Model kit. They started recommending me like a lot of Trails ones. So they recommend like one for Rean, one for Risha, and like a few others. And I looked at the Risha one and I'm like Risha's cool. This is like a $300 statue that I'm like, at least when it was $300 when I looked at it, I'm like, I can't afford that. And the Rean one looks cool, but it was like around the same price. I'm like, nah, I'll stick to Gundams. No, but there's a Magical Girl parody. Really? Kind of why we're pushing you to watch it. You'll really like it and won't see it coming. Dude. Give it to me. Give it to me. I mean, I guess, you know what I could do? I could, like, make a save right here and go talk to characters, like, after the fact. So I'm definitely gonna have to go get more B-roll. Dang, dude, I'm almost at 70 hours in this game. And I'm like 3.5 hours away, but like, dadgum. I thought this game was short. Was in this game supposed to be the short one? 120 for me, 150 MSRP, but oh, you got the pre-order. Okay, so you probably got it before, like, well, I don't even know when it came out, but probably got it like before inflation and all that. Okay, what am I doing here? We got stuff here. Okay. Because there's what, 2 things I gotta do? Tomorrow's going to be Emily and Teresia's final day as members of the lacrosse club, which means it's one of the last days we will really get to spend with them. We better make the most of it. Hee hee. Radio filled me in on everything you were up to over in Crossbell. To think you used to need my help to get onto the radio. Nowadays, the radio follows you. That's very, very impressive. Take care, okay? Can you still, like, buy weapons? Yeah, you can. Okay. I doubt I need them, though. But you can still buy them. I don't know. If you can still buy them, do you need them? Buy that. James, my guy. What are you doing, man? That's too soon. That's too soon. That's way too soon. I regret talking to James. That was terrible. I regret talking to him. Just instant regret. This game is short, but you aren't rushing for once and you are dealing with chat too. Oh, that's true. That's true. Sir, this is Trails. Okay, that's a good point. That's a good point. How far back did you end up when you reloaded your save? Wait, what do you mean? How far back did you end up when you reloaded your save? Which one are you talking about? It's the shortest Cold Steel game, okay. Rean Cons is like 200 to 250 pounds, but got him for around 80 to 90. Okay. But it's off stream like the last ones. I bet you would have beat it in 40 hours, probably. Trails games in short don't mesh well together. No, they don't. I finished my playthrough in about 45 hours, but I use turbo all the time. Oh, okay. Mine I'll hit like 80 hours. Fair enough. Yeah, I will say, so since we're at the end, I might as well give my thoughts on like what it was like streaming this, right? It was very cool having like, because you know, like when you were growing up and you would go over to a friend's house and you would all play a game together and you're all sitting there like experiencing it together, like having really cool moments. You're all like flipping out at the same things. You're like, oh, whoa, you know. It felt a lot like that. So in a way, it took me back in time to when like me and my friends would play like, you know, Sonic the Hedgehog or Final Fantasy or something together. You know, so that was really cool. It was very hard playing this only on stream. But I agree. I will say this. I think what I appreciated the most about playing this on stream was that it did force me to slow down a lot, because a lot of y'all were like, dude, don't blow through this. Like, you know, go through it. Take your time, you know? And so it was, yeah, it was very worth it. And that's kind of something that, sorry, I'm trying to like read and talk at the same time. That was something that, like, I kind of want to go back and play the other games. I don't really have time for it, but I kind of want to go back and play the other games and just like go through and like use a guide, find all the things that I missed, and all that. So I am really glad that I played this on stream for that, because I think it helped me extract more out of the game. You actually caught the legendary Amir's Guardian. A great catch ever is. That's just incredible. I've never even seen it, let alone had a chance to land it. So it was a mutation of a gladiator. So I'd say that now you're truly worthy of the title of Platinum Angler. See, guys, I got the platinum for the game. It's an incredibly rare honor. The only other people with it are myself, my brother, and his Elite Four. Like Pokemon? It's like half the people I know who actually fish. It's rare, trust me. There are a lot of fishermen out there, but hey, that title earns you this nice little bonus too. It's all yours. Should be handy with all the fighting you do. Orochi. It's like one strong master quartz. Thank you so much, Kenneth, for this. I'll support you giving me to reach this point. Don't worry about it. Support's free and I've got plenty of it. Now that you're a platinum angler, you get access to a whole new slew of prizes, so just keep on trading in your points. What do I have? Okay, we've got these. Oh, there's the Senin gem. Huh. I wonder if I could have got that before I went to the tower. What was that he gave me? Dude, let me check out this this ornament. Randomly increases physical damage. Randomly increases magic damage? What the heck? That would have been fun to play around with. Oh well, maybe New Game Plus, right? Unused room. Isn't you sign a barrel either? Maybe the club's been closed? Where's Barrel? What does that mean, club's been closed? 3 angler points rip, yeah. Oh, Orochi is bad? Okay, never mind then. Never mind. CS4 first playthrough I was 200 hours, but I was doing everything. Like you mentioned reloading a save to make a change and losing some progress. I might have misunderstood. Oh no, I was I reloaded a save. Or no, I was talking about like making a save here and then just reloading it after I finish this epilogue, so that way I can go talk to characters and stuff, so we can get to the end of this game and then watch that extra scene. Now you know who Anton is thanks to streaming. I mean, that's true too. I won't forget Anton. Enjoy that game to bits, and it's why it's my favorite game in the series. Yeah, I mean, if you're enjoying a game, go for it. CS3 for me was like 120 to 130. Probably not that unreasonable. Definitely CS4. I feel like I was rushing to finish CS4 so I could finish by the time Reverie came out. Oh, Elite Four were Azure's Fishers. Okay. Could have gotten it ages ago. Okay, so I don't really need to do this. Did you ever get Beryl on the ship? Yeah, I did. Right. I did. Because I talked to her twice, I think, on the ship. Because she was like letting me know like where my standings were with the different party members. And I made it a point to go get Beryl because I think Galleon pointed out, because I think it was Galleon that was mentioning, like kept bringing her up in some of the comments. I'm like, all right, let me go talk to this person, see who they are, make it a point to talk to them, and go from there. So I made it a point to like get her on the ship when I could. Flowers inside all our hearts have seen better days, mine and Fee's included. That's nothing to worry about. I'm sure that spring's warm caress will thaw them out and return them to normal. New seeds I planted have finally started to sprout. It'll be a while before we get to see any flowers, though. I was hoping I'd actually have the chance to raise these ones myself, but it wasn't meant to be. So I'm going to take it we're going to avoid Margarita at all costs. She literally terrifies me. I'm assuming that, like, we're not doing any bonding events, like, right now. Wait, that's Patrick, right? It's true you're going to be helping the student council again tomorrow. I would have imagined one in your position would take the opportunity to rest, but I suppose that's just not your way. Things back at home, by the way. I've heard things are still kind of chaotic over in the Sutherland province. Celestin will be returning home to help him, so I imagine he'll be able to stay on top of things. But, what is it to you how my family is faring? Do you have enough to worry about as things stand? No shortage of scores to settle with you, so I'd appreciate it if you got back to being your old self. Otherwise, I'll simply end up speeding ahead of you before you know it come next month. Jerk. Laura over here? We're all over here. Oh, aren't actually racing, you're just standing there. Alright, I guess we'll go talk to, like, we'll go to those two story things. We'll do that, because... yeah, we'll go do that. Well, did we talk? Yeah, we talked to those, and we can't go into Trista, so yeah, we'll go do those. Having known what Lloyd and Risha were about, but other than that, I played it in order afterwards. I never played this in the past because I thought it was some crappy set of games because of how many there were. A good friend of mine highly recommended them to me, and then addiction set in. Yeah. Again, man, like, I don't know, man. I wish more people played these games.
Looks like someone's done with class for the day.
Because I remember getting Cold Steel 1 when it came on the Vita, and was like, man, this looks kind of old, but I'll give it a shot. And I just never played it.
Yep, just got out. Wait, is that?
Yep, Angie's brand new bike.
We started building it for you, but then we had a change of heart. I just couldn't tear you away from your current ride after you'd grown so attached.
Now I feel bad, considering I pretty much did just that to you. Your new one's got a pretty cool design, though.
Don't get too jealous. Specs are pretty much the same as yours. Well, before Angie tunes it up and adds her custom gear for distance riding, that is.
But distance riding would mean... You're planning on going off on some big journey, aren't you?
10 points to Rean. I just felt like it was time for me to go out and see the world for myself. My martial arts teacher did the same thing once, so I'm sure it'll be a valuable experience for me. The plan for now is to travel through the entirety of Zemuria.
Zemuria. I feel like I'm mispronouncing it now.
That's not a very specific plan, and a pretty sizable journey.
I feel like playing through these games and hearing the voice actors like pronounce these things, I'm like, it's almost like when you read a book and then you listen to the audiobook and you're like, dude, I was mispronouncing
You
everything.
can say that again. I have no idea where she finds the energy.
Oh, really now? Your plan to visit the continent's most famous engineering factories is pretty much exactly the same thing.
You really think so?
I take it you'll be leaving Erebonia for a while too, George?
Seems that way. First stop's the Burl and ZCF. Always wanted to see it. After that, I got my heart set on a trip to the Epstein Foundation over in Lamont State. While I'm at it, I think it'd be nice to pay a visit to the Verne Company in Calvert, too.
Will you even be able to get into Calvert at this point?
Hey, I didn't say it'd be easy. But I think I can pull some strings. The real reason for this trip is to figure out what I can do as an engineer to help smooth over our international relations. Meeting the continent's finest engineers and discussing things with them should really help get the ball rolling on that.
You've thought that far ahead. That's really admirable. I hope you can find a way to make that happen, even though I feel kind of hypocritical saying that, as someone who participated in the war.
Don't beat yourself up over it, Rean.
You have nothing to be ashamed of.
Well,
That
exactly
was your
true.
only option, given the way the Chancellor set things up.
Poor Bob, do you not like Angie?
Your actions actually helped us avoid an even longer, more brutal war.
But
Angie's right. You played a role that no one else could have. Just think. If things kept going the way they were going, we could have been at war with all of Crossbell. I don't even want to imagine the number of lives that would have been lost if you hadn't stepped in the way you did.
Of course, us telling you whether or not you should feel guilty doesn't matter. It all comes down to you facing your own feelings over what you did.
Nobody likes Angie? She's too much? Wow. Okay.
But there's one thing we'd like you to remember as you do. You're not alone, Rean. You've got friends who understand why you did what you did.
sometimes I wonder how I was lucky enough to get such good ones.
I can see that, actually. I can see that.
Thanks, you guys. This really helps.
Overbearing character and her specific trait. Yeah. I can see
Don't
that.
mention it. On a completely different note, why don't you pay Valimar a visit while you're here? We spared no expense making sure he'd be nice and cozy in there.
No, I'm thinking it was Jurassic Park. We spared no expense.
I think I will. But not to discredit your coziness efforts or anything, but he seems fine no matter where I leave him.
Yeah, because he's a robot.
Well, aren't you a sweet chevalier? Maybe I'll check in on him in a bit too.
That's cool.
Hey, Valimar. How you holding up?
I'm just thinking now, because I have that model kit. I'm real tempted to make like a custom diorama. Even though I've never done it before, but just seeing this, I'm like, man, that would be so cool to do.
My ability to self-repair means that maintenance is not mandatory, but I expect it will increase my operating efficiency.
Glad to hear it. This is going to be our new home base for the time being, so you can get in as much maintenance as you need. I'm gonna need you a lot in the days ahead, Valimar.
What the heck, David?
I will strive to meet your expectations.
something wrong?
Not as such. I thought I sensed something unusual, but it must have been my imagination.
You have an imagination?
You really are getting to be scarily human these days,
Say, what kind of creepy Terminator AI you got running in you, dude?
What was it you sensed, though? A person?
I am unsure. It may have simply been a fluctuation of the earth things below us.
No. That's probably something bigger.
Similar fluctuations are hardly abnormal.
Well, if you don't think it's anything worth worrying about, I'll try and put it out of my mind.
I'm not going to.
If you sense anything strange in the future, though, let me know. You can tell me... telepathically was the word, right?
Indeed. I shall use it to inform you should I sense anything is amiss.
You can communicate telepathically to Rean? Did we see that earlier in the game? I don't remember that. Wait, is there anything I can check out in here? Okay, just that. That's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. Well, this is the first time I'm seeing this robot, and it's pretty sweet looking. Dude, John Hayden, were you not here for the other streams when we used him and called him into battle and stuff? Oh my gosh, dude. You'll have to go watch the last stream. So I'm guessing she's still here. Yeah, man, Valamar's dope. Valamar's dope. Didn't see that before now, no, aside from him calling Valamar. Okay. That's really cool. She's sleeping again. Because she works herself so hard. Emma Simp, what game is this?
I knew it.
Should be playing coy. I saw your comment on the last video. Actually, it was like, man, that's a good piece of advice. I might need to get a new mic.
No wonder she fell asleep. She must have been really busy getting everything sorted out for the spring. Makes me remember finding her like this over in the computer room. Oh, right. I probably shouldn't look too much or she'll get mad when she wakes up.
Yup.
Angie, George, Crow.
And so Crow's gonna be like a ghost
Rean?
in these games, I guess, where he's just gonna be constantly like getting brought up or haunting people.
What are you doing in my room?
You're in the student council room, dude.
Wait, this is the student council room.
Yeah, girl, you fell asleep.
Fallen asleep.
Sorry for coming in without permission. I did knock, though.
Don't worry about it. It's my fault for dozing off like this. Why do you always have to keep finding me like that? I hope you weren't looking at me while I was sleeping again.
This is a one-of-a-kind game called Heed My Call, Valamar the Ashen Knight. Been MIA the last couple streams, I think. Oh, dude, John, you gotta go check out the last stream, man.
I did try to look as little as possible.
There were some big revelations. I lost my freaking mind a lot. I'm still in recovery mode from yesterday.
If you say so.
There's timestamps of like, I specifically put timestamps in there and I labeled it like major reactions, so I knew people would want to go see it.
Is something the matter? You're
So you can go check that out.
No, I'm fine. Maybe the light streaming in through the window is making me look off color. I feel fine, really.
Logan, what did you make of Rean and Crow's relationship? It was kind of like a cool rivalry. Yeah.
Come with me.
I don't know. I was really hoping for...
What's this all about?
I was really hoping for there to be a moment where, and you kind of got that at the end, where like Crow and Rean would team up and work together, and we got that. But I was hoping that like, I don't know, I was kind of hoping that like he would bring Crow back and they would kind of be like, you know, best friends.
do think that you've grown a lot during your year here.
But I don't know if disappointed is the right word. And I'm kind of upset that Crow died. Because again, like these games, Cold Steel 1 and 2, really draw a lot from Sky. We've made plenty of parallels. You know, and when Louvet died, who was essentially like Joshua's brother, you know, I don't know, it was kind of a bummer. I did like it.
I probably shouldn't even call you a boy anymore. You're a grown man now.
I was rooting for him.
But that doesn't mean you always have to stand and endure everything life throws your way. Okay?
It's good overall.
If it gets too much, it's all right to sit down and let it all out.
I'm just kind of bummed that he like he's just not here. Like you really feel that emptiness to a degree.
Whether you're a boy or a grown man doesn't change that.
Especially when they zoomed in on his desk a while back. So
I'm so sorry.
I think like as more time goes by and I sit and digest the game more, it's probably gonna I'm gonna have more thoughts about it.
I'm so sorry.
And then Rean's crying. I mean, this is just Rean's obsession with Crow was forced. Rean's obsession with Crow was forced. Not really. I mean, Rean is like the leader of Class 7, and Crow was a part of that. So naturally, he would want to go after the one person who, you know, quote unquote, went astray. And I think it shows a really good amount of character for Rean to see what Crow did and still say, dude, I forgive you. I'm bringing you back to Class 7. I don't know, man. I personally don't see that. I personally don't see that.
Bring him back.
Oh gosh. Perfect timing, Jason Chu. Perfect timing to bring that up.
I promised I'd make him graduate with you. But I couldn't do it.
Dude, the voice acting in this game is killer.
It's okay. You did everything you could.
And then with Rean being the kind of person he is, like carries the weight of the world on his shoulders, he's not gonna let this go. He's gonna hold this for probably what, the next couple games?
You made sure he knew how we all felt. And you let all of us know how he really felt too. So don't get so worked up about it. Okay?
That's easier said than done. He's gonna hold on to this.
I'm sorry. I didn't want anyone to see me like that.
So yeah, I don't necessarily agree that it's forced. I don't really see that.
Well, I guess we're even then. Not like I jump for joy every time you catch me sleeping.
Have you finished getting everything ready for the next student council now, by the way?
Especially like with the way that the game started, like the main focus of the game at the start is like getting Class 7 back together. And for Rean, that includes Crow, right? For us, we're like, well, crap, Crow's a bad guy, right? But I don't know. I feel like, I don't know. I guess we can get into the discussion of like Crow's actions
My days of being president are almost done.
And all that, but
The first years taking over are really smart, though. I barely had to teach a thing in the end.
But Rean like clearly doesn't want anyone to die, and that includes the villains. That's why he was so shook by Vulcan dying, and that's why he like pushed himself even more so he could save Scarlet before she died. He's like, we're not doing this, you know.
Still, it must have been hard work getting through it all.
I think that's one thing I like about Rean is that if he could, he would probably try to be friends with the bad guys, you know, the bad guys, and try to get them to like come over to being, you know, not so evil or bad or whatever.
You're going on a tour of various NGOs after graduation, right?
Is that realistic? I have no, probably not, but I don't know. I'm sorry. That really kind of like took me off guard. I don't see how that's forced.
Yep. The plan's to take a year to visit NGOs in lots of different fields. Politics, economics, engineering, medicine.
This is also probably the person that, it's also probably the same person who was spoiling stuff and they can't interact in chat. A few years back, another YouTuber made a poll where people could rate on the characters in Trails arcs and how much they like them. Can't comment on anything about Crow because that character is nothing but a disappointment to me. Really? Crow won that for Cold Steel 1 and 2 poll. Yeah, Crow's parents aren't around anymore. So Crow had no family. Based on context, I think Rean needed a foil to him. Just like Laura and Fee, Machias and Eustace, Rean by all means, start of CS1 is lost. Yeah. Yeah. And you kind of see that with in the games, like you mentioned, you know, Laura and Fee, Machias and Eustace. You know, they all have kind of like their counters. So there's kind of that cool tension of the back and forth.
I'm not sure what I want to do. I'll probably join either the army or something related to the government, I suppose.
Well, I'm pretty sure they'd both love to have you. There's no chance either one would say no to you. Especially since taking a year off hasn't made them any less determined to recruit you. After all you did with commanding the Courageous, it's no wonder you're so in demand.
I don't know. I don't think I did anything special, really. Still, I feel like it'd be best in the long run for me to see the world from a variety of different perspectives. I don't know what path I'll choose, but I want to step onto it with a firm decision on how things should be. I think that's the best thing I can do for this country's future. Maybe I'm being a little overdramatic there, though.
Not at all. After how much you've done for this academy, I can only imagine how much you could do for this country. Just try not to overwork yourself, okay? We're with you all the way, but we will always worry, you know?
Thanks. Oh, I almost forgot. What was it that made you come here?
Yo, what's up, Tyson? Reason it would be seen as forced is that they don't... Oh, that they tell, don't show. We don't really see any strong reason for Rean and Crow to be close in CS1. They interact a little, but not much. You don't feel it, they just tell you you should feel it. I don't know, man. Like, Crow's there for a lot. At least in the last, what, third of the game when him and Millie joined Class 7. And then just with like how much he helps with the class, like try to do their end of the year show and things like that. And the reveal that like he is Crow or he's C, it's like, wait, what the heck, dude?
I mean, I'm happy you did, but...
I'm also probably a lot more lenient on a lot of stuff in these games. Like I'm just here for the ride and I'm enjoying a lot of it, but I don't really see it as forced.
Too. I just came to ask if there was anything I could do to help tomorrow, seeing as it's another free day.
Could they have done more? Sure. But
you've only just come back. And besides, tomorrow's your...
That's all the more reason I want to spend tomorrow's free day the same way I spent all of the others. It wouldn't feel like our final free day is Class 7 if it were any different.
Toa is a perfectly viable candidate for Rean. Yeah, I mean, this whole section right here is really sweet.
Well, if you say so. Okay, I do have a few things in mind, so I'll just drop them into your mailbox in the dorm like I always do. And thanks for offering.
Because Rean was like just allowed to be vulnerable for a little bit. Didn't expect to run into you. Crazy coincidence, huh? I mean, isn't that crazy? That was the idea. Why don't we all head back together then? But I can also see how how Crow may not feel like he's part of Class 7. So I mean, we've spent so much time with these characters, like this feels like a cohesive unit right here. But with Crow, not so much. I mean, I can see that side of things too, now that I'm thinking more about it. Yes, and uses, yeah. What's worth? You regret the way I behaved back then. It's not exactly something I'm terribly proud of. Think nothing of it. Immaturity makes fools of even the best of us at times. Hold on, what's with that expression? You weren't exactly standing on the moral high ground either. Wouldn't have had as much of a reason to behave the way I did if you hadn't kept looking down your nose at me. Did you not hear me say the best of us? Oh my gosh, dude, these two. I suppose the same could be said about your and Rean's little incident at the start of the year, couldn't it? Ha! Had to bring that up, didn't you? Should have seen this coming. Yeah, dude, you're not gonna live that down. Little incidents are my favorite. Tell me. Don't you dare. She's the last person who needs to know. That's funny. First day really was full of surprises. I can't imagine too many teachers welcome their students by dropping them through a hole in the floor. Without having to fight a gargoyle on the way out, that's a pretty memorable start to a school year. We finally managed to pull together and defeat it. She just casually drops in like nothing happened. It's like she was lying in wait the whole time, watching and waiting for her chance to strike. It's exactly what she was doing. So we'll obviously have to talk about like why people don't really like this, because so far I'm like, I am really enjoying this. This is kind of bringing a good sense of closure to spending time with all these characters. This is kind of what I wish Mass Effect 3 would have done, to be completely honest. Because you don't really get this, like you're just kind of this kind of slow, like, okay, hey, we're cooling off a little bit, right? We're going real crazy, and now we're cooling off. Nah, Millie, you don't need to do anything crazy. Don't you dare, yeah. I dread to imagine what she's thinking when she says something crazy. You and me both. Hopefully, unrelated note, what are we gonna do for dinner tonight? I only plan on getting something over at Kirsch's. Kirsch's? If anyone has any better ideas, I think it may be a good idea to make something for ourselves. If we divide up the work between us, I'm sure a meal will have quite a bit of variety too. Cooking skills were in danger of getting rusty. Unless anyone has what they need already, I think it's time to split up. We probably got a lot to buy, so... I was just thinking, how cool would it be if Sharon... Yes!
Huh? Sharon?
What reason could you possibly have for being here?
I love it. I love it.
The chairman gave me her permission to return to my former position as your dormitory's caretaker, which means I am here to serve you all once more. There may only be a short time left until the end of the year, but I'll make sure you want for nothing during it.
Love it.
I've already started preparing your evening meal, so there's no need to go out and buy anything.
Oh, well, how about that?
I'm fine with this.
We will gladly accept your offer.
Sharon's cooking's better than whatever grub we could rustle up together anyway. How do you manage to get permission from Mother in the first place, though? Weren't you helping to rebuild the Rhineford group? I thought the company was getting so many orders in, it was struggling to keep up.
Now that Master Gwyn has returned to the company, everything is back in order. He and the chairman have been speeding through one task after another since he got back.
Amazing. Absolutely amazing.
So the former and current chairman make quite a team, I see.
Boy, I'm starving.
Sorry, I'm getting caught up on chat. I can agree that the cast of Cold Steel is definitely too big. I can definitely agree with that. Yeah, the SSS was definitely a way more manageable cast.
Wouldn't mind a drink either. With the weather getting warmer, it's just about time for peak beer season. Huh? What are you guys all gathered out here for?
Oh, why are you here? It's a pleasure to see you too, Lady Sarah. I brought a bountiful supply of smoked oysters and sardines if you'd like a snack to accompany your beer. Would you like them alongside your dinner?
Damn it. Yes.
I'm surprised she can just walk around in public like this. You know, considering her affiliation.
I'm guessing there's some sort of agreement in place between Reinford and the government to leave her alone. Though, even if there weren't, I can't imagine anything would be able to stop Sharon from doing what she wants.
But yeah, I can agree that this game's cast is definitely too big. So, I mean, y'all saw this. Like, I had like an A team, right? I had Rean, Elliot, Laura, and like Fee. Sometimes would swap out with another character, and it's just like, don't get me wrong, I like Class 7. I think all the characters are pretty cool, but
I think I might have eaten too much. It's been so long since we last had Sharon's cooking.
But it's like what some of y'all are pointing out with Gaius. It's like he's just kind of there, you know. So after that is the story of CS2-3, which you'll have to find out. Should have been the anime, but that was a major flop. Yeah, I heard not good things about the anime.
She hasn't lost her touch. None of it feels heavy on my stomach at all.
I think we were talking about that like early on when we were streaming this game, right? We were talking about the anime and how it wasn't very good.
Well, that's all my work done for the day. Maybe I should go see how everyone else is doing.
So yeah, I guess when I think about that, I can see kind of why people might think Crow, like their relationship would be a little forced. Because with the SSS, it's a tight-knit group, and you genuinely care for everybody because there's like, what, 4 people? But this, it's like there's what, 7 or 8 or something like that? So who would you have cut from the cast of Cold Steel? Who would I have cut? I probably would cut Gaius. I'd probably cut Gaius. I would probably cut Machias. I might cut Eustace too. But I would keep Elliot because he's kind of like, he's a cool bro. But then that leaves like what, all the girls. So I mean, that's awkward. So I don't know, man. I feel like out of all the guy characters, I think Eustace is the most interesting. And you kind of see that in this game too.
Taking care of your violin? Yeah, it's taken care of me over the past year, so why not return the favor?
But I agree with y'all, Gaius is just there. And Machias is all right.
I'm actually planning on giving a few of them to the academy before I go. Just to make sure next year's first years have something to practice with.
That's really generous, and sure to make a lot of people happy.
Honestly, I'd probably cut Millie too. And maybe Elisa?
And you'll finally be heading off to a music academy, just like you always wanted.
Yeah, I think that's who I'd cut. You can't cut Eustace, bro. Okay, my bad. My bad. Time to head out. Good luck, have fun. I'll see if I can find yesterday's stream for those big reactions. No worries, John Hannon. I mean, there's timestamps there for you, man. Appreciate you hanging out. You whittle it down to the most relevant characters: Rean, Eustace, Elisa, and Emma. I could see that, yeah. I could see that, yeah, because all of them play like some kind of role within the story. Emma only matters because of Celine, let's be honest. Most people would cut Elliot because he's too normal. Celine needs to be part of the group because, you know, talking cat, right?
I bet they'll push you pretty hard over there, too.
I don't doubt it. I'm going to need to be all music all the time if I want to stand a chance at keeping up.
Yeah, I guess not. Think about it. You could cut Elliot.
Though, to be honest, after all the time I've spent here, I don't really want my life to be completely about music. I love it, obviously, but to be a balanced person, I want to have a bit more variety in my life, like I had here at the Academy. For one thing, I don't want to get too rusty with my orbital staff.
Good to hear. I hope everything works out for you.
Thanks. Me too. No, it's nothing. Either way, Heimdall and Trista are really close, so don't be a stranger, okay? I know you're gonna have tons of work to get through between your classes and your missions, but...
Don't worry, I'll make time. I'm sure we'll have plenty of chances to see each other.
You don't cut my boys Machias and Eustace, that's for Gaius, I will not comment. I knew this conversation would upset people. I mean, that's the thing too, Arcane Gale. Like, I actually like Elliot.
There's still a ton of Heimdall I haven't seen too. You'll have to show
Elliot,
me around next time I make it over there.
I think Elliot's cool, and I like his, what is it? Is it 7th Rhapsody? His S-Craft? That's one of my favorites in the game. I know it seems like people don't really care for it, but I think it's really cool. The fact that he uses the violin to destroy enemies, I mean, that's pretty dope. Like, but that could just be, but that's just me, I guess, so.
Hey, Machias. Working hard or hard?
Yeah, best friend characters needed, yeah. Eustace kind of gets there a little bit if you do the bonding events, but...
I'll stop you right there.
But Machias also kind of reminds me of someone I know in real life, and I gotta be honest, it's kind of weird having him in this game.
Of course I'm hard at work. Just look at the size of this book. If I can't internalize as much of it as possible while I'm here, I'm doing...
And this is one of your new textbooks? Man, Heimdall's political academies don't mess around, do they?
Jason Chu's like, I start the fire and watch it burn. He's over here just stirring the pot.
You'll be the youngest person there, right?
Most likely. I'd normally need to have graduated from Thors with a bit more experience under my belt to have gotten in. There are a few Thors grads there already, though. They take some every year.
Yeah, that's fair, Port Bob. It is silly.
And as you might imagine, the recent political upheaval has the place swarming with applicants this year.
That's also kind of why I love it. It's just so
the entrance
bonkers.
exam was hard enough on its own, but that's just the tip of the iceberg.
Can't say I envy you.
It almost reminds me of, does anybody remember that game on 360? What was it called? Eternal Sonata? The, like, music was a huge part of that game.
Still,
like a JRPG.
I know you're going to be just fine. You're so smart that you can handle any subject they throw at you.
Yeah, no pressure
Oh crap,
there.
I accidentally hit X too soon.
Honestly, there are times when I think diving into things head first like this is a giant mistake.
What's wrong?
Oh, it's nothing. It's just... I know we're probably going to both be really busy with our own lives come spring, but let's make time to have lunch together once in a while or something. Okay? Studying is all well and good, but even I need a change of pace every now and again.
I think that can be arranged. The train from here to Heimdall only takes a half hour. I don't see any reason why we wouldn't hang out sometimes.
Then it's a date.
Wait, what, Galleon? You help him do what? Okay, Jason Chu remembers Eternal Sonata. It's like one of the few JRPGs we got on the 360.
Something on your mind, Eustace?
For the first time in a long time, no. I'm just taking a short break. Looking over an endless sea of documents can be rather tiring on the eyes.
Everyone wants Rean's back, you know what I'm saying? They have Rean's back and they want Rean's back, you know what I mean?
Tax reports you mentioned?
Ordinarily, this would be my father's work, but His Majesty has yet to decide his fate. Rufus hasn't so much as glanced in Berea Hard's direction since he took his new job in Crossbell either. As such, the task falls to me.
Man, I knew everyone in our class had it pretty rough right now. You've got it roughest, no contest.
If my ego had its way, I would boast that filling in for my father is a simple and mundane task. But on top of the paperwork, I'll need to manage the provincial army and oversee the province as a whole. Then there's the matter of keeping the most stubborn of the nobility in check. I don't expect the first 6 months to be pleasant.
I can tell I'm still bamboozled because I read that first sentence as, then there's the matter of keeping the moist stubborn of the nobility in check.
The fact that you're already thinking 6 months ahead is pretty impressive as it is.
Like, what? That doesn't make any sense.
Standing in for Duke Albareo like that must take some real confidence. I know you'll manage, though.
That much is obvious.
What is it?
It's nothing. In the days to come, more people will be relying on you than ever before. But no matter who does so or what they ask, do not lose your pride as a noble. Act independently, your head held high. Maintain your pride and your autonomy, and I'm sure you'll be fine.
Thanks. I promise I will.
I'll hold you to that.
Nope. Didn't mean to turn turbo mode on.
Are you finishing up your painting, guys?
Yeah. This is my last one. I want to make sure I'm completely satisfied with it before declaring it finished.
That's understandable. You're going to keep painting once you're back at home, though, right?
Well, I don't know how much time I'll have to set aside for it, but I intend to keep working on it, bit by bit. There's growing reason for concern in Calvert to the east of the Highlands. But all in all, things are more peaceful now than they were. I should be able to focus on painting my magnum opus.
Oh, is it going to be of Nord? If anyone can make a masterpiece of the Highlands, it'd be you.
That wouldn't be such a bad idea. But actually, I was intending to paint a picture of the Academy, its students, and the courageous.
You mean...
Now you're getting it. I want to capture the day we liberated the Academy, and once I've finished it, I fully intend to return to Erebonia with it in hand. What better way to forever memorialize this place as my second homeland?
Man, you really are amazing. Well, if you ever need reference materials, you know who to call. I can get pictures of anything you might need and send them over. I know you're talented, but that's a lot to paint off of just your memory.
I'd appreciate that.
The Toa scene happened? Yep. The one where Rean kind of breaks down? Yeah, that happened.
Are those seeds you've got there?
Yep, Adel gave them to me. They all came from the plants we grew in the gardening club. I'm just looking at what kinds there are here.
Really? That's really nice of her. It's kind of like you can take everything you've achieved over the past year with you.
Yeah. I wasn't even going to join a club until Adel found me relaxing and invited me. But I guess it wasn't so bad.
Don't do the head pat, don't.
Don't you worry. I'll be sure to check on the gardening club every once in a while just to see how things are going. It would be a shame if all the plants you've spent so long looking after were to wither and die.
It doesn't matter. Even if they do, they'll eventually bloom again somewhere else. Kind of like us.
When you put it that way, I suppose you're right. What's wrong?
Nothing. This one and this one should be okay too.
What are these for?
They're the easiest ones to look after. You can try raising them if you want. Don't worry if they wilt or anything though. When I found the others from Zephyr, I'll come back and check if they're still blooming. If they are, you get a pat on the head.
Hey, I thought the head rubbing was my job.
Maybe this game is harem trash. Maybe this game is harem trash. Again, I say that sarcastically. I don't want anybody getting upset.
Feeling sad about leaving the lacrosse club behind?
Serial head patter alert, yeah.
Yeah, I was really into it by the end. I think it'll make for some wonderful memories to look back fondly on in the years to come.
I can imagine. Does that mean you're not going to keep up with lacrosse and Ruhr?
I don't think I'll be able to. As far as I'm aware, there aren't any local teams I could join. And even if there were, I doubt I'd have the time for sports. Just thinking about how busy I'll be makes my head spin.
For every bonk, there's a Rean headbat.
No, scratch that. Being busy is all the more reason I need to make time for exercise.
Yeah, good luck with that. Helping out with the Rhineford group sounds like a recipe for one all-nighter after another.
You know, it's kind of funny. When I was playing Trails to Azure, and there's that moment when Shirley shows up and she's like groping Ellie's chest, right? We all remember that from Azure. That took me so off guard that I was like, I really hope the rest of these games don't do this. But no. Kind of just keep leaning into it and try to do like subtle roundabout ways, and it's like, oh my gosh.
Until grandfather shows me the ropes.
Oh my gosh. Rean is the one that needs to be bonked the most, dude. Facts. Facts.
As I am now, I doubt I'll be able to do much at all in the way of rebuilding the company. But you can bet I'll leave Mother speechless with how much progress I've made in a year's time.
I'm sure you can if you put your mind to it. And I know Sharon will always be willing to help you out if you need her.
She probably would, but then she'd just tell everything she did to Mother.
At least with Lloyd, he just kind of, you know, stumbled into it because Lloyd's a bit of an idiot.
I was just thinking about how blessed I am.
But Rean's like...
I've got a wonderful family, a great club I'm part of, all of you as my classmates.
We know Rean knows what he's doing.
Oh, right. It took me a long time to realize the same thing, too. We really are one and the same.
Yeah.
Lisa.
It's nothing, honestly. I'm just feeling a bit emotional all of a sudden. I don't know what's gotten into me.
Gosh dang it. I hate my brain sometimes. I don't want to say because I want to get demonetized.
Nothing's wrong, though. I promise.
But...
Still, let's both make the most of our free day tomorrow. It's the last one we'll ever have as a class. The last thing any of us want to do is end it with regrets.
Yeah, agreed. Let's make it a day to remember for both of us.
I didn't realize this was updating the character notebooks too.
Emma? What are you doing?
Why was that held for review? Angie is garbage tier? Why was that held for review? That's weird. YouTube mods out here being...
Oh, hi there, Rean.
Real sensitive.
Well, Dorothy and I decided that we're gonna put together one final collection of stories as a club.
Like, does the YouTube mod just not like the word garbage? I wonder what happened if everybody in chat just, like, spammed garbage day, if it would hold
Since
all those
then,
messages
I've
for
been
review.
working on a story for the students who will join the club next year.
Oh, that sounds neat. Wait, if Dorothy's involved...
The content is totally appropriate for children of all ages, I assure you.
It better be, because we know what Dorothy reads. We saw her Colleen Hoover collection. We saw her Sarah J. Maas collection. We know what she reads.
Admittedly, Dorothy's own story sounds like it'll have a few of her favorite literary elements, but all in moderation, she assured.
Not that I'm one to judge.
What level of moderation you talking about?
What kind of story are you writing?
It's supposed to be a fairy tale. I can't pretend it's 100% original, though. I borrowed some elements from a story I heard as a child. It's going to star a golden unicorn and a pure-hearted maiden. Or at least, that's the plan.
I've seen enough anime to know where this goes. Stop writing. Stop.
Sounds interesting.
Stop.
Can I give it a read when you're done?
Because if Dorothy's involved,
I'll
stop.
still be here next year, so
stop,
if I see any first years who seem like they'd enjoy it, I'll recommend it to them.
Stop. No, Chewit, your message earlier was because like it said Angie is garbage here and it held up for review for some reason. I don't know why. I just pushed it through. It was weird. No, the word garbage goes through. I don't know. That was weird. Yeah, maybe no criticizing females allowed, I guess. Maybe it saw it as like being mean or something. I don't know. Dorothy writing that Machias and Eustace story? No! No!
I have to confess, I'm a little embarrassed to let anyone see it, but the whole point of a story is to be read.
Imagine if that book was meaningful. I don't know, man.
Something wrong?
Not in anime.
No, not at all. I'm sure you and Valimar will be just fine without my help now.
Not in anime.
Still,
No such thing.
if you do need anything, don't hesitate to get in touch. It may take some time to contact me, though. You'll need to use a method that isn't exactly conventional.
Yeah, I could have guessed as much.
Gotta use an owl?
I theoretically get how to use runes to communicate since you told me, but I have no idea how it actually works.
I'd be shocked if you did. It's pretty far removed from the orbital technology you're used to. It has its benefits, though. For one, you'll be able to reach me no matter where I might be. So don't ever hesitate to drop me a line if you need my assistance. I'd always be happy to hear from you.
Yeah, I don't know. Galen, yours came through just fine. I don't know, man. Maybe it's not going to do it now because, like, I let the other message go through, and then YouTube's like, oh, okay, it's okay, so we'll allow it in chat.
I'm sure I'll give you a ring. Or a rune, I guess. I hope you end up being able to find Vita, too.
Valabro had that really good scene with Rean in CS2. Which one? When they were talking outside Trista? The end of Machias and Eustace's story ends with a shotgun. No, Carlene, don't speak it to existence. No. It's with a shotgun wedding. No. It's gross.
What are you looking at, Laura?
It's you, Rean. I'll show you.
Oh, you and Monica got a picture taken together? You both look so happy in it, too.
That we do. Someone in the photography club kindly offered to take it for us. I thought it would make a fine souvenir of my time at the academy to take away with me.
My mirror's on that being Rex. Oh well, it's a nice photo, and he got permission. For once.
Thank goodness, that's kind of weird.
I never expected you and Monica would get so close. Between her and Fee, you kind of have a knack for becoming the best of friends with the ones you bump heads with first.
Yeah, that's in this game. The one outside Trista at night. That was, I think I used that as a thumbnail, didn't I?
Please don't say that. I'm truly grateful to both of them for broadening my horizons. Meeting them enriched my life in ways I could have never pictured before. Truly, coming to this academy was one of the best decisions I've ever made.
I didn't realize we'd made such a big impact on you.
Well, you did. And don't mind me, I'm just feeling a little emotional. This isn't like me at all now, is it? There's no harm in a few tears, I suppose. This will be my last time I can relax before my training, after all.
Yeah, you're not gonna get much rest in with the training you've got lined up.
I won't be learning the Arcade School's advanced techniques with training any less intense. I have no idea where we'll be conducting said training, but it will no doubt be as perilous as it will be dangerous.
I had to spend a month in the Isengard range as part of mine. I don't think a month's going to cut it with what you're doing, though. It goes way beyond your average techniques.
Indeed. I'm anticipating that it will take at least half a year, if not more. Father's going to be with me. But with things as difficult as they are, part of me feels guilty for taking up his time.
I don't know about that. I think him agreeing to train with you shows how much faith he has in your potential. Besides, in a lot of ways, this might be the best time to do it.
That is very true. Rean, I would still like for you to come with me on my...
Laura, we talked about this, right? The best thing for the two of us is to walk our own paths. You only get one life. You've got to make the most of it. I'd only just hold you back if I were there with you. And you shouldn't be holding yourself back for someone else's sake. None of us should.
I suppose you're right. I know that by taking on this training, I'll obtain the strength I need to cleave through the uncertain days ahead. This is something I have to do. Not only to become stronger for me, but to continue being a worthy sword for you.
Thank you, Laura.
Hug her back. I say, don't just stand there like a wooden plank.
I won't tell you not to overexert yourself, as I certainly can't promise that I won't. Still, I want you to always bear in mind that no matter what happens, no matter where I am...
Angelica Shorten as banned? Really? YouTube knows Angelica's a bad character.
My heart is always with you. Please, never forget that.
I wouldn't want it any other way.
Fair enough. Don't forget Milliam. Oh, I won't. I won't. Oh, you just talked to... Did we go to the other ones here? Yeah, because we went across. Where have we seen these characters before? Specifically this one. Haven't we seen this somewhere before? Where do we see this at? Huh.
What's up, Milliam?
Want to be your sword, Rean? What the heck?
Oh, hey, Rean. It's nothing. I just feel kinda down.
It's the way of the sword. That's how they talk to each other. Angelica was the problem word, but short an option. Ayuta no Kiseki? Maybe.
Oh.
It looks super familiar.
Yeah. I was
They're from
just
other
thinking
Falcom
about
games?
how
Okay.
everyone was at dinner time. Sharon's food was really nice, and we all seemed like we were having a good time. But I don't know. It was weird, like we were all upset but didn't want to let it show. It's been bugging me.
Oh, so that's why. You really have grown so much these past few months. And not just mentally. I think you've gotten a little taller, too.
Maybe. About 2 rage or so? Judging by my specs, I'm not gonna get much taller than this, though. I'm Mini Milliam forever and ever. But you never know. Maybe I'll grow up to have boobies so big, I can use them as a shelf like Emma's.
Wait.
Something wrong?
Nah, not really. So, you've got a new mission starting next month, right?
Yep, I've gotta go see how things are over out west.
Sorry, I'm looking like the other stream over here catching up, and it really did say what I thought she said. I just kind of was like, wait, what? Kind of like, wait, what? Gosh dang it, Millie, what are you...
Dukayan's been arrested, but it sounds like things are still pretty nuts.
Gosh dang it. Like, I just glossed over, like, wait a minute, did she really say what I thought she said? And then, like, I looked up. I got the stream pulled up over here, and I saw it, and I'm just like, what the frick?
Oh, but guess what?
Millie, what the heck?
I get to go out to Liberal and Remiferia soon.
What is it with you and blabbing classified information? Well, whatever. Just promise me you'll take care of yourself. Be sure to keep in touch. I'll always be right there when you need me, okay?
Righto, I promise. That goes double for you, mister. If you need me to bust you out of a jam, just say the word.
I mean, I should have known better, because you do that side quest where they're all in the hot springs, and Sarah talks about massaging those, and yeah, dude.
Something on your mind, instructor?
Let's do this game.
You could say that. I've been mulling over how things are going to be come next month, but all this soul searching's giving me a headache.
Well, it'll probably feel strange being back with the guild for the first time in 2 years. And I bet they'll be glad to have you back. Things are probably going to be rough over there, even with you taking up the bracer life again.
No doubts there. I can already see plenty of traveling abroad in my future after what happened over in Crossbow. And I imagine it'll keep getting harder and harder for us bracers to operate here, too. What's with that sad puppy look? There's no reason for you to feel ashamed of what you've chosen to do. I'm proud to have a student like you who can stand up and make the tough choices life thrusts on us.
Thanks, instructor.
Yeah. I've heard CS3 gets worse with that kind of stuff.
I'll try to just grin and bear it for now.
That a boy. Sticking it out through the hard times with a smile will put you on the fast track to becoming a great man. Just make sure you don't try to shoulder too much. All that'll do is turn you into a jaded grump. Everything in moderation, okay?
Thanks.
I did wind up getting a Stream Deck. So I might code in a button that'll like disable the game screen. So if we're playing it and it gets to one of those and it's like, okay, I'm clearly gonna get demonetized on YouTube for playing this, I'm gonna press that button to hide it.
I haven't joined the intelligence division, and I have no plans to.
Then the audio is probably gonna come through and that's gonna make it even worse.
I'm gonna keep responding.
It'll be
to the
hilarious
requests,
either
but
way.
Only if I'm comfortable doing what they're asking.
I mean, hey, people walking all those trails, their backs do get dirty.
And I can promise you, I'll never do anything that would put me in conflict with the guild or put innocents' lives at risk.
They're not, those backs aren't gonna wash themselves, right?
I don't know what the future will bring for me, but that's the creed I want to stand by.
Recommend you get yourself a hammer for bonking a certain character. Put a bonk screen. Yes, I could do that. That would be awesome.
I know. Don't worry. No matter what happens, you'll always be my student. So go out there, live your life, and grow into such a heartthrob that I won't be able to take my eyes off you.
This game is harem trash. Are you playing everything on PlayStation? The Cold Steel games, yes. And then when I get to Reverie, I will be as well. Yes.
Well, I'll try.
Which I gotta say, I'm kind of glad I've been streaming this using my PlayStation, just because it's kind of easy for me to like pull things up, save clips, offload those later on. Like it's been kind of awesome, especially since I only have like one monitor. So it's been kind of nice to be able to do everything just kind of in the background. It's that bad to get demonetized? Oh, I guess since I'm not that big of a channel.
Oh,
but
there you are. You look bored, Celine.
I gotta get my 30 cents in, man. You know what I mean? I gotta get my 30 cents. There's a character who's built around simping Falcom staff, though. Wait, what? Wait, simping Falcom staff? Most people decide the teacher as the dating option, so do they really?
I guess I am. My work's done at this point. I feel like I aged a few decades as soon as the war came to an end. Feels a bit strange to be saying it after the fact, but you fought pretty well over in Crossbell.
Can't imagine someone who has a PS5 would choose not to use it. Most people happy with their PC for gaming probably wouldn't have one. True. True.
You've really mastered piloting Valimar.
I don't know, for me it's just a lot easier.
So anyway, I feel like I could pull off just about anything with him now.
If I had two monitors, yeah, I could see me using my PC, but I don't. I just have one. This has been a lot easier.
As much with him when I was first starting out.
Elisa's most sent for in Japan. In the West, however, it's between Fee and Sarah. Really?
You do realize you just admitted you were totally useless, right?
Interesting.
I wonder if you're gonna be okay without us, you know? Valimar must have drawn the short straw to end up with a budding awakener like you.
Thanks for worrying about me all the time, Celine.
Excuse me, what makes you think I was worried about you?
Oh, what if we made a character that's built around simping Rean? Gotcha.
Just about everything. From what I can tell, you've always worried about me. Back in the beginning, when I didn't know anything about piloting, you were always there to guide me through our battles. I doubt I would have ever come this far if you didn't have my back. So, thank you. For all of it.
Why do you always have to be like this? There are parts of the legends passed down in the clan that not even Emma and I know about. But just bear this one thing in mind.
Celine, best girl.
Divine Knights have incredible power, and they can become devils just as easily as they can become gods.
Don't worry, I know. And I won't forget. Anyone in my position needs to know the difference between right and wrong. I'm well aware of that.
That's fine then. Anyway, good luck, I guess. If you really need it, I can always come and help out.
Interesting.
Oh, good evening, Master Rean. I thought you had already retired for the evening.
Agree with the Japanese fan base a lot when it comes to trails.
How would you like for me to put together some supper?
I appreciate the offer, but I think I've eaten more than I should have as it is.
Wait, which character are y'all talking about? That character is one of my 2 favorites in all of Cold Steel. Which character? Or is it a character I haven't met yet?
The cooking really is delicious, Sharon. I was starting to miss it after not having it for so long.
It was my pleasure to cook for all of you again, so I pulled out all the stops with this one.
Scratchy scratch. Yeah, that would be painful.
Seeing all of you happily indulging my handiwork always makes every second of preparation worth it. Is something the matter, Master Rean?
Oh, I was just thinking about how you haven't changed a bit. I'm not sure it's my place to ask, but is everything all right over at Ouroboros? I can't help but wonder after how things turned out. Vita seems really shocked.
I'm afraid I haven't a clue.
Oh, character I haven't met yet, okay.
No word of what's been happening in the society has reached my ears since then. I have no idea where the second Anguis is now.
I was gonna say, I think Elisa's like your stereotypical tsundere character. She's no, oh, what's that redheaded girl's character? What's her name from Evangelion? I'm blanking on her name. Like, she's not that bad, right? She's definitely not to that
What
level.
happened regarding the Phantasmal Blaze plan after the Chancellor declared he was taking it over?
She's kind of chilled out over the course of this game, though.
And quite frankly, none of it is my concern. The answers won't change who I am, and it won't suddenly cause me to shift priorities. I am and always will be a proud maid of the Reinford family.
Asuka, thank you. That's it.
Not because of the freedom we enforcers are granted, but because that is simply who I am.
Like, I shouldn't, there's no reason I shouldn't know it, because it's like one of my favorite animes.
Much like how you being the Ashen Chevalier doesn't change how you are also a proud member of Class 7.
I could see, yeah, Duvali does feel much more like a tsundere, because she's very...
And no matter what happens to you in the future, never lose sight of who you really are.
She's way too
It's almost
uptight.
time for me to return to Ruhr. But should you ever need me again, I will gladly rush to your side.
She gets mad at, like, everything.
Thank you, Sharon. I'm glad you can stay here for a while longer.
But, yeah, I mean, that's the thing, like, there's a spectrum of it, right? You have Asuka, who's, like, just literally just angry and angsty all the time, and then you have others where it's just kind of, like, more tame. So, I mean, it is what it is. Not really worth kind of arguing about, but it is what it is. I will say that Elisa's definitely, like, chilled out a lot over this game, it seems like. Well, I mean, even over the course of the last game, too. So, alright, that's all the characters. Go back up here. Okay. Yeah, let's just chill out. We can move to a different topic. It's no worries. It's no worries. Let's move on to something else. How crazy would it be if Vita came on the radio?
In finance, the annexation of Crossbell has seen shares in Erebonian companies increase at an exponential rate across the board.
Pork Bob, dude, what the heck? You forgot to visit Crow, dude. Way too soon. Way too soon.
And despite the Reinford Group announcing sweeping changes to its board members, its strong forecast for the next fiscal year is...
I don't know, though. Is there something also to say that, like, I don't really feel anything over Crow's loss? Like, Crow dying? I feel like Louvet's death hit me harder in second chapter than Crow's did. I don't know. I've got a lot of thinking to do.
It's time for the start of a brand new program here on Radio Trista, coming at you promptly every Sunday. I call it Aubin Time, after the word for evening. Might be a little cliched, but sometimes simple is best, right? Cliches are cliches for a reason, after all. Anyway, my name is Misty, and I'll be your host.
Think they ate Crow? What? David, what the heck? They're not cannibals. Do you think they ate? Like, I know what joke you're making, but it's so weird to think of them all just gathering around Crow and just nom nomming on him. Oh. Isn't there a scene if you do visit his room? Oh, is there really? Not over how they suddenly kill Granios? Yeah, I mean, that was pretty, it was very sudden.
This is you, isn't it, Rean?
No. No, hang up. Hang up.
Yes, it's me.
Hang up.
Sorry for calling you like this so late in the
Hang
evening.
up. Nothing good happens after 10 p.m. Hang up.
I'm not bothering you, am I?
Wait, why does he not have any voice acting here?
Yes, I wasn't going to, but Her Highness insisted. It'll take some getting used to, but it's nice to be able to hear your voice even when you're so far away.
Haha, I was pretty surprised when I heard your voice too. You weren't really one of for phone calls back at home either.
No, I don't like that laugh. Stop it.
Specific reason for calling.
Then hang up. You have no reason to call. Hang up.
Just that the letter you sent about your return from Crossbell arrived today.
Stop it.
Oh, that was fast. I only sent it a couple days ago. Whoa. It's crazy how mail works. Sorry, it even had to be a letter. I really was planning to go pay you a visit, but it didn't work out. Thank goodness.
Please don't apologize. I know how busy you must be now. Believe
Hang
me,
up.
I was just happy to hear you were back safe and sound. Your trip must have been exhausting. By the sound of things, you did an excellent job, too. I'm so proud of you, Rean.
I'm sure you are.
If you say so.
What? No, stop it. Stop it.
No, not at all.
Someone get the bonk
Now
hammer.
that I've heard your voice, I feel a lot better. So I'll leave you to enjoy the rest of your night.
Oh my gosh, dude. Elise is creepy. I'm sorry, y'all.
There's no need for that.
You know what? We talked about who we would cut from the Cold Steel cast. Elise in a heartbeat, dude.
Good night, Rean. Sweet dreams.
Cut her so fast from the cast. Are you kidding me? She seemed somehow odd. She's probably just nervous talking on the phone. It was kind of awkward for me when I started using one too. Rean, you're an idiot. You are an aloof idiot. Oh my gosh, dude. Just bonk the, just cut Elise from the game. The little sound she, it's like no. I'm gonna channel my inner Shia LaBeouf right now and say no really fast so you don't do what we all know what you're doing. Oh my gosh, dude. Angie's still worse than Elise? I guess. I don't know, man. The bunch of voiceovers related to backwashing ran out. Oh my gosh. Record Rean's lines or add more backwashing? Elise makes Rean a worse character? Yeah. Why do you hate Elise so much? Chua, you already answered your own question. I can't. Dude, when she shows up at the beginning, to like, it's just weird, man. It's weird. Let's let it roll off your back, Rean. No. Gosh, I hate that this is a recurring joke. Like, it is funny, but it's also just like, oh man. Okay, so we got our quest here. We're gonna race Angelica. We're gonna kill everybody in the class. It looks like, what is this? It's time to finally settle which of our classes is superior. Come to the academy field fully equipped and prepared for defeat. Okay, so we're going Hunger Games. Students are helping us put on a flea market, but we haven't got as much to sell at our stall as we'd like. Mind remedying that? Stop by my store and I'll give you the particulars, please and thank you. Plan on starting a brand new show here at Radio Trista, but I'm going to need your help to get the first broadcast just right. If you got time to make radio history, meet me at Trista Radio Station. My brother and I are having a fishing battle, but I'm going to need your help to actually make it happen, so if you get the time, we'll be at the fishing spot in Trista. Fair enough. I'll probably go do the fishing one first. It's only about 9 in the morning, so I've got plenty of time to work through everything. Let's get to work. I know there's a report quest, speak to Toa in the student union building directly. I know there's like, I think 2 optional quests here in the game, or in this this particular chapter. Have I seen Sword Art Online? Unfortunately, yes. Unfortunately, yes. Personally, I don't like that show. But yes, I have unfortunately seen it. What is a Syscon? Sisson? What is that? Oh, have an even grander dinner than yesterday's, waiting for you when you all finally come back. Good deal. What's wrong with SAO? Dude, a lot. A lot. Oh, Sister Complex, gotcha. David, this is gonna sound bad, but look up the YouTube channel Mother's Basement. It's an anime channel. He has a really good video on like what is just so bad about Sword Art Online. And carefully, but Elise just has so little to her character other than that. Yeah, that's literally all of her personality. Maybe they'll redeem her in later games, but I don't know. So far here, I'm just like, I can't, we don't need her in the game. You ain't happy about the whole hero thing, but just try to take it one step at a time. You can't exactly run away from being the Ashen Chevalier. You might as well work on dealing with that burden. Sorry, just yet. It's your last free day of the year. You're not gonna waste it worrying. Take the day off. And yeah, that's the, well, not that this is gonna help me now. Cocktails and grilling? I don't really need it, but why not? If I don't look up what's so bad, then I won't know. I mean, touche. But it's kind of prevalent in the game, or not the game, but in the show itself. I remember when it first came out and I watched it, and I was like, oh, this is kind of cool, and then like it just kind of kept going. I was like, oh, this is kind of not that great. And then you get to the what's the fairy art called? You get to that, and then it just kind of goes off the rails. I mean, you want to talk about isekai harem trash? Like I'm about to upset like almost like a good bit of people in chat. That vlog is gonna go on forever. Gonna go rest now. Good night, and I hope to see your reaction at the end if you actually reach. Otherwise, see you next stream. No worries. No worries. Yeah, we'll probably, I mean, just from the way that this is going, I don't think I'm gonna finish the epilogue today. But I mean, we'll stream tomorrow too. I'm gonna go for another like hour and a half anyway. Is there, so I read that like if you, like you can buy a lot of stuff from here. Okay, so it seems like I got all the stuff I missed. Okay. They're online, like if you just leave Mick's store and come back, his stock refills. How many bonding events do there's no number? You just hang out with everybody? Oh, that's awesome. I have no idea what you're talking about, Logan. La la la. Yeah. Yeah, the fairy arc was real bad. Then you get into some real weird Oni-chans, so like, not like the okay Oni-chan where it's like, oh, my brother's so cool. It's like, what's that character's name? Is it Kirito? His little sister's playing the game and she's simping for him, and it's like, bro, what are you doing? Oh my gosh. How to kill an anime in 2 seconds, man. Elicitation arc? Is that the one where they switch to like a gun game? Or is that something different? Wonder if I have all the stuff. One more would be appreciated, but 2 more would be ideal. More than that, you'd be my favorite person in Trista. Didn't find anything though. I mean, as brief as the window was, we did already ask people to donate. Wonder if I just have the stuff on me. Cause I have like all these ingredients, don't I? Go around and see if you can find anything we can sell at our flea market stall. If you can find 2 things, it'd be great. More than that, it'd be amazing. I doubt it's going to be easy, though, especially given that I've already asked people to send in their stuff. But hey, if anyone can find something out there, it's you, so give it the old college try. I will say this. I think what I'll do... Obviously, we're not going to finish this. I think what I'll do... Wait a minute. Is that... Yeah, yesterday was a reel. 3D Lloyd and Risha, that's dope. Okay, I think what I'll do here is like, so, because we're obviously not going to finish this. If we wind up having these 2 left, we'll do that tomorrow. But if I have like other optional stuff to do, I'll take care of those off stream, and then we'll take care of these on stream tomorrow. Is what we'll do. We'll take care of the main stuff and then go from there. Just to kind of speed that up a little bit without missing anything. Station is completely new stuff, but I couldn't get through much of it, so I can't say. Oh, not the gun stuff? Just need to go around and ask people? Okay. Didn't they do a Sword Art Online that was like in a gun game? Oh, that was Gun Gale Online, wasn't it? Isn't that what it's called? Gun Gale Online, GGO? Bro, it's like 9 a.m. and you're already drinking? What are you doing? Fair enough. Second season of SAO has guns and his lightsaber blocking the gunshots because he's just that good. There's some other SAO gun game, I forget the name, but not that. Okay, it's not Gun Gale. It kind of bugged me the story's not continuing. GGO, it's not the Elicitation arc though. Okay, gotcha. So I remember GGO coming out and I like tried to watch it, but then I was like, eh. Yeah, I remember not really sticking with it. I think I watched like 2 episodes and then bounced out. Hold up. Okay, these are probably, yeah, these are probably just pictures from like the real world. But I thought that was the tower in oh, where does the Stella and Joshua live? In Liberal. It looked like that tower. And then, well, yeah, these are obviously pictures from the real world. Okay, so they're not anything from the game, it looks like. But it looked like the one from, oh, gosh, I can't remember the name of that town. Rolent, yes, yes, that's it. It's funny, I can't remember Anton, but I can remember some of the buildings from Sky. I can remember those easy, but not Anton. GGO is SAO, just a different arc. I think there was a spinoff for GGO. Oh, okay. Fatal Bullet. That sounds familiar. Does it say we might have unwanted things I could sell at the market? Brandon says he only needs 2 more. Okay. I don't really want to carry on that one just yet. Well, I guess I could. There. Oh, okay. Here's some. Yeah. Okay. We'll go to the dormitory too then. Everyone in this town has junk they can't get rid of. It's mixed. You might have something he could donate for the flea market here. Yes, Mick, if you had any items that could be sold at the flea market. Kid, I run a pawn shop. Why would I want to donate my stuff to a flea market for free? I could sell it to some sucker here. Give me something in return. See, that's the beauty of capitalism. No way there isn't at least one thing here he'll never be able to sell. There's something I could do to cheer him up and make him feel a little more generous. Can't wait for the spring races to start. I'm gonna have to win big and kick this year off right. More irresponsible gambling. Why am I not surprised? Good start. Maybe I could try and find something horse related to give him. Huh. Was something over here at the dormitory. Up here, okay. There was a spinoff for GGO, even though I never touched anything SAO at all. Steam was trying to sell me Fatal Bullet for like a year. It's like, hey, we think you'll like this. Like, are you sure? Are you sure about that? Are you sure about that? Not a fan of anime-based games, well, except Demon Slayer. That was a fun game, surprisingly. Was that a fighting game? I think I own that one. I just never played it. Yeah, anime-based games are kind of hit or miss. I remember playing the what was it? Naruto, was it Rise of a Ninja on the Xbox 360? That one was pretty good. But those games are kind of hit or miss. It really depends. GGO spinoff was pretty good. It just got a second season announcement a couple days ago. Yeah, games based on an anime show, yeah. They're typically hit or miss. It's directed by the guy who did Kino's Journey. What is Kino's Journey? Mick wrote the Carnelia books? I did not know that. Huh. I thought I'd like it because it looks at a glance like Phantasy Star Online 2, which I enjoyed for a while, and they made that new game update thing, so I dropped it because my PC was too bad. Yeah, probably. Probably. They were like, oh, this looks similar, so we think you'll like this. It's like, I don't know, man. I get those recos from time to time, too, from Steam, and I'm like, dude, no. Did you just hear a bunch of static, or is there some other problem? You might want to start getting your room in order. You're going to regret it if you leave it until the last minute and end up panicking over getting everything done. I don't know why I said panicking weird. Now that I think about it, I'm sure it'll all work out. I know Sharon would be more than happy to help. Fine, you win. I'll get right on it. But you're going to be helping me. This was all your idea. It's a fighting game? Okay. Yeah, I remember I picked it up on Xbox like a long time ago when it was on a sale. And I meant to play it. And then I just never did. Because that was when I started watching Demon Slayer and going, okay, I see why people really like this show. And then like I got distracted with other stuff. Instructor who has capable students, for upon them shall be thrust the bulk of the work. That's what you're thinking. Do you have to actually say it right when I'm within earshot? Might as well take them. The last thing I need is a pile of books weighing down my luggage. Y'all were just talking about these books. Here they are. You wound me, Rean, with how well you know me. Thanks for taking them off my hands. Give them a read or don't. Whatever you want. They're yours now. I feel like they might be worth selling at the flea market. Guess I found my first thing to sell then. I could just take these over now, but I'm betting I can turn up more things in need of cheap selling than this. Can I pull those up over here? No, I can't. Are they in the item thing here? Oh, it's right there, so you can't read them. That's a bummer. It'd be cool if you could like read those before you send them in. PSO2, I love the closed Japanese beta and was gonna play, but then they announced localizing it to the West before the open beta was done, so I quit cold turkey so I wouldn't. Feel like I lost all my stuff switching to Western servers, and they proceeded to not release it in the West for like 10 years. And they finally did. They made new game mandatory, and I can't run it. Oof. That's rough. Wait, is Phantasy Star? Well, I guess it's in the title. It literally says online, so yeah, never mind. Dumb question. I was about to say, oh, is that an online game? It's like, dude, it's in the title. You replaced me as the King of Blade 2 like that. You got a long way to go, kid. How'd you get so good so fast? At least try to hold back and give me a chance. When you defeat me that fast, boring for the both of us. I feel like Blade 2 could be a like a Beyblade side game in here. Why do you need money? The game is over? I don't, man. Don't. Maybe I do. I don't know. They're not gonna be selling stuff. We're gonna go other stuff here. Apparently Sega is interested in old Sonic remakes. I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. Cornelia is readable in first chapter, third, CS1, and Reverie. Oh, okay. I'll just look it up on the wiki then. Second chapter as well in a library, I guess. Looking for items for the market too, are you? Afraid I already donated everything I had to give. Sorry about that. No worries, figured as much. With Becky and Hugo's worked up, I would be shocked if they hadn't asked him a long time ago. I'm out of items, that doesn't mean I'm out of ideas. There was some student who asked me to collect something they didn't need just a while ago. Told me it's pretty hefty though, so I haven't gone and done it yet. But who knows, maybe that's something you could sell at the flea market. Definitely be worth looking into. What is it? All I remember is that they were, oh, who was it? And they wanted me to pick up was the result of hours and hours of club work, so they might help. Look out for a second year who's really dedicated to their club. Sure, I can do that. Thanks for the tip, Guyler. There's a couple people I can think of, but I'll probably just pull up the map and go to them directly. Maybe it's not here. We'll go to the second floor, see if it's up there. There we go. On the title, but consider we were just discussing storyline, which I imagine isn't necessarily online since online is the anime's title. Yeah, but yeah, PS2 is an online MMO. Didn't Phantasy Star Online start on the Dreamcast? I had a friend who had a Dreamcast, and I could have swore he had Phantasy Star on there. I can't remember if it was online there. It's one game series I'd like to get into, but I hear the new ones are not, like the most recent ones are not that great. But they're remaking, is it Second Story? The one they're remaking? Wouldn't mind playing that. Maria finished cooking something or other and seemed very desperate to have a certain someone sample it. I just hope it all goes well and her cooking conveys her true feelings. Victims commit. Oh, I went in the wrong classroom. So you're like, why isn't this guy doing the quest cutscene thing? And that's why. What game will you be playing on stream once Backwashing Simulator is over? Dude, we're going straight into Cold Steel 3. It's gonna be Cold Steel 3 Backwashing Boogaloo. No, we'll start Cold Steel 3, like we'll start the opening of it, and then I'm gonna switch to probably Dave the Diver. Since like I've had like so many people ask me if I played it yet. So we'll probably start that here on stream after that, and then we might do some Marvel Snap some weeks, but... Oh, Star Ocean, yeah, that's right. That's the one that's getting remade, not Phantasy Star. I'm getting those confused. My bad, I'm getting games mixed up, my bad. Is that anything unwanted that could be sold at the flea market? Said it was this big heavy thing resulting from many hours of club work. Wait, is it? Been working on this year. It's way too big and heavy to take back with me. Go ahead and do whatever you want with it. Spent ages working on it. Art's value is decided the moment it's finished. There's no point in hoarding all your finished pieces around. In the storeroom anyway. Hop to it, Warzel. Lion sculpture. That's not really going to... I guess we could go to the academy. Or not the academy, the, what's that place over there called? The field house. We could probably go over there and see. I guess I could fast travel there too. Like, I don't... I completely forgot I had one of these. Okay, that's the battle thing. Was there not... No, there we go. I haven't played Dave just because I'm always skeptical about games nobody heard of one day and then everyone says it's the best day two, like Among Us and Fall Guys. Yeah, that's true. I don't know, it's gotten really good reviews on Steam. I've had several people on my Discord server ask me about it, and I'm like, well, I'll give it a shot. It looks pretty cool. Kind of reminds me of Dredge a little bit, which is another indie game that came out earlier this year that was really stinking good. That was a fun surprise. So we'll give that a shot here on the stream. As far as I know, it's like a single player sort of game, so I think we can play it on stream without having to get a group together. Ah, here's the horse thing that we can give to Mick. Okay, cool. We'll fast travel over to him then. We'll get a third thing. Yeah, I thought about streaming like Marvel Snap on here too, just because it's kind of easy for me to play that and interact with chat, but the hard thing about it is like a lot of people that would watch it don't really, I don't mean this in a mean way, like just don't understand how the game works, because like it's a card game, there's a lot of rules, there's different cards with different effects, so I have to explain a lot of stuff, and I don't know, I feel like interest in that game is starting to like really dip. Because Second Dinner just doesn't really know what they're doing with the game. Or I guess they know what they're doing, but it's just like, I don't know, it seems like every change they implement takes 2 steps back. I don't know if anybody would really be interested in seeing that game. Plus, like when I've done Marvel Snap content on this channel, the few times I have done it, there hasn't really been like not as good of a response as I would like, so it seems like it's kind of pointless to do Marvel Snap. Don't care about the MCU at all, so there's that. Yeah, I don't know if you're necessarily in the minority, to be honest. It seems like a lot of people now are kind of tired of the MCU. I like the, what was it? Secret Invasion or something, like the new show that's out, and I'm like, I don't care. But I watched Guardians of the Galaxy 3 because I was like, you know, I genuinely like Guardians and it was really good. But apart from that, like the other movies they're doing outside of Blade, it's like, I don't really care. I don't really care. It just seems like the MCU's just kind of like dropped off in quality. Almost feel like they should have just ended the MCU with, what was it, Endgame? And then maybe done like a few other movies to tie up loose ends and then just leave it there. It's like, I don't know, it seems like a lot of companies, like when it comes to entertainment, it seems like they're too afraid to end things, and it's like, it's okay to end it. Like we could have just ended the MCU there. True, No Way Home was pretty awesome. Yeah, we could have got that and that would have been fine. But I don't know, I don't really feel like, because like they're trying to build up to this, what was it, Secret Wars? What they're building up to. I don't know, I don't know if we really necessarily need that. But that's just my opinion. That's cool. That one's done. That one is done. Haven't even watched Avengers or any of those hero movies. That's wild to me. That's wild to me. I'm just like, I kind of operate under the assumption like everyone's seen those movies, but I keep forgetting there's people who haven't done it. Want to see you do a no weapon run through Bloodborne? Dude, if Bloodborne was actually playable, I would. I'm not gonna play Bloodborne on a PS5 running at like 24 frames per second. No way. If that game ever gets a 60 frames per second patch, I'll play it. Say, why do people in JRPGs just give you stuff for no reason? Because they're generous. They're generous people. They want to hook you up. They want to hook you up. I'll never watch the original Iron Man movie, and then randomly I watch Winter Soldier at someone's house. Winter Soldier's really good. Finish reading this book, here you have it. Like, bro, you bought that for 20 bucks. I don't have anything for that. maybe they're like, I'm done. Charge you for basic supply. That's true. Stop watching the MCU. Most of the content has gone to crap. No Way Home was great, but that was it after Endgame. Yeah. The new Guardians is really good. I really enjoyed that. It's not perfect, but I thought it was really good. But yeah, everything else after that has just been kind of, I mean, aside from No Way Home, has been like, eh. I watched the new Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, and like after I walked out of the theater, I was like, that was pretty cool. But the more I thought about it, I was like, nah, that was kind of not that great. No excitement left in the MCU unless they give us what we want, but they won't give us that, yeah. Yeah. I just feel like a lot of the stories they're writing just aren't very good. Like, they're just not that interesting. And then they're giving characters that I feel like no one really cares about, like whole movies, and it's like, do we really need a whole movie for the Marvel characters? Like Miss Marvel, Captain Marvel, all that. Like, can't they just stay as a TV show? I don't know. That's just me though. Never cared to begin with, but I had to guess. I'd blame Disney for mucking it up now. Disney didn't own them back when it started, right? Yeah, right. Yeah. I mean, that's a whole other thing I won't get started on, but I could go on about how Disney ruined Star Wars. To the point where, like, they got all this new stuff coming out that, like, it's cool they're connecting it with, like, the old shows and stuff, but I'm at a point where, like, I just don't care. I do not care about Star Wars anymore. What was that last one? Not The Last Jedi. Or no, maybe it was the last. No. Whatever the last Star Wars movie was. I was like, I'm done. It's like, hey guys, Emperor Palpatine's back. How did he come back? Who cares? Here's a lens flare and a lightsaber. It's like, alright. Yo, I think someone's at my door. Hang on one second. I'm gonna be right back. All right. That's someone to subscribe. Was it Dredge? 68? Welcome. We caught up on chat real quick while we got this pulled up. You and I can barely tell the difference. Frames aren't the problem, Logan. Oh, they are the problem. They make a world of difference. Guardians of the Galaxy game is great. It's surprisingly great, yeah. 165 FPS, yeah. 30 frames per second is 6 more frames per second than I need. You're scary, man. Yeah, I like Sam Raimi too. When Sam Raimi did the Spider-Man movies, those were so good. Well, except for 3. 2 is like... Spider-Man 2 is like one of the best Spider-Man movies ever made. And I like Sam Raimi's style. He had a lot of fun shots in Multiverse of Madness, but... And it's just one of those movies, like, the more I thought about it, I'm like, oh, I guess it wasn't that good. Star Wars is dead now, yeah. Waiting for Disney to buy the Trail series so my characters will now be banned from watching. Don't speak it, don't. Don't give them ideas. Don't give them ideas. Wait, is the new trilogy focused on Rey? Why? Why? Dude, I'm gonna say this. They screwed up on that because it still bothers me that they totally wasted Finn as a character. I thought he was gonna become like a new Jedi. It's like, how cool would that be? You have a stormtrooper that turns on the Empire, or whatever they called it, and then becomes a Jedi. That would be so cool. And they just wasted the character. I think that's one of the things that annoys me the most, is they just totally wasted Finn. Hated that. Hated that. They won't kill her off in the first 10 minutes either, like they do for characters people do like sometimes, like the Last of Us guy or some superhero movie did it too. Forget which. Superhero movie. I don't know which one that is. Disney has one issue and only one. They can't develop good side characters and only focus on the mains. Yeah, and even their mains aren't that great. Doing its level best to run all of its acquisitions in the ground. That's what it sounds like. Mangled by modern media writers who hate their own fan base of Star Trek. Oh, really? Just count on Disney to ruin all childhood movies and any IPs they've gained. I mean, that's kind of what they're doing with the live action remakes of all their stuff. All their live action remakes suck. Aladdin's like decent at best, but it's like, guys, come on. Do we really need live action remakes of the classics? No, we don't. First thing I did was ask my parents to call things off, but they wouldn't listen. Their only response was it wouldn't do to insult Man of the Empire for no good reason, whatever that means. With that escape route closed, I figured I'd try to go to the man himself and see if he'd call things off. My brother, charmer that he is, wasn't having any of that. He gave us a similar line about nobles not going back on their promises, and that was that. Imagine his greatest concern is our respective family's social status. As the head of the Lake Lord family, only a baron while my father is a viscount. He's worried that not going through with the wedding would be insult to a family of higher status, huh? Backwashing carolers? No, no. No, it's the people that are out proselytizing about how cows come from milk. It's those people. You know, the Moomins. That was stupid, I'm sorry. Oh, man. For my part, I wish for nothing more than Lady Annabelle's happiness, and this arrangement certainly isn't that. So with that in mind, I decided to talk to my brother one more time. Eventually we managed to reach a very Lake Lord compromise. We'll settle this with an old noble tradition, the fishing battle. Main events between the two actual challengers or captains in this case. You don't like Bully Maguire? No, I like Bully Maguire. Gosh, you know, people use GIFs as reactions all the time, and I have so many saved of Bully Maguire. So no, it's not that I don't like Bully Maguire, it's just Venom is my favorite Spider-Man character, and they just totally butchered him. They did Venom so dirty. And it's just like, can't forgive it, man. It does have some really good lines, like when Pete's on the phone and his neighbor brings him cookies, he's just seen, and he's like, yeah, milk, bring me milk. It's like, what? it's like, tell me, what are you doing? And then the scene at the jazz club, oh my gosh, dude. No, you know what? For the meme, Spider-Man 3 is really good. For the meme, Spider-Man 3 is really good. They butchered Venom, and I can't forgive that. Everything else, though, is pretty funny. Oh, man. And he's walking by the alley fixing his stuff, and he, like, swipes his hair down. I'm like, oh. And he's walking through New York like, with the finger guns. Oh, it's so bad, but it's so good. Oh my gosh. What a movie. What a movie. Oh. Arcane Gale, thanks for reminding me about Bully Maguire. That's awesome. There's a GIF that someone did of like that scene where it's from what's that X-Men movie? I think it's X-Men Apocalypse, when Storm comes in, there's like a lightning bolt that comes down and Storm shows up. They replace Storm with Bully Maguire just dancing. It's one of my favorite GIFs. It's so good. Oh my gosh, it was so good. Such an awesome GIF. And that line like, I'm gonna put dirt in your eye. I might watch Spider-Man 3 after stream. Oh my gosh. Let's help these guys out with the fish thing. Oh my gosh. Topher Grace was horribly miscast as Eddie Brock. Dude, 100%. Like, that's just not Eddie Brock. More like Eddie Croc or whatever. I don't know. Yeah, let's break up this wedding. Very fancy looking gentleman. Happy they even brought Venom out. I mean, I was too, but they did him dirty. And what's kind of crazy is the Venom movies are like surprisingly good. Or at least in my opinion. I thought I was like, this is like surprisingly good. This is how I pictured Venom to be. Spot will do, I suppose. Fisher Trista, rejoice, for I've returned to grace your waters with my line once more. Definitely seems a lot more noble than you do, no offense, but how's he already familiar with the fishing spots around here? He is a Thors grad. How simply splendid it is to see you again. Hope that you'll be suitably entertained by the spectacle that is about to unfold before you. Please, there's no need to apologize. This is entirely the fault of my foolish brother needlessly complicating things. Swear my family name that I will defend our marriage. There is no need to worry your pretty little head. Who's this guy? Narcissus? Like narcissistic? So I surmise that you are Kenneth's vice captain. Who am I? I am the delight. Oh gosh, no, he is not mixing words like this. Delight-tacular and styliferous gentleman Narcissus. But you might know me by my alias, the Crazy Wave. Weirdo. Allow me to offer you my most enthusiastic contribution. How do you even say that? Being chosen to face me today, may our battle be splendentious? Oh my goodness, this dude. Commendatorious attitude. Mark my words, young man, you will go far. They pay this guy by the word or something? Alright, catching a designated fish. First, the vice captains will compete. Team whose vice captain catches their fish first will enjoy the advantage of starting the second round early. Any skilled angler should be able to guide a capable vice captain after all. Alright. We're gonna fish like we've never fished before and make sure you're happy. Because that's how we roll. One of the reasons Venom was so powerful was that Eddie was super strong by himself. When I saw Topher being cast, yeah. It was like, dude, who is this limp noodle? Noble carp, I assume you were being rhetorical when you asked what we'd be catching. Giant swordtail is the only acceptable choice. Going after the big guy, huh? The most elusive fish in Trista? The rumors myself, a huge 250 reg swordtail who survived decades of battles. If we caught him, we'd be able to stuff our faces for 2 whole weeks and still have some left over. You okay? Is there more? Oh, okay. Much appreciate this delicate time. Oh, that's the Annabelle I know. Slav neighbor lady would have been a way better love interest than MJ. Dude, that's facts. He was really sort of everything. Bully Maguire dance can fit into everything, yeah. Just imagine Osborne coming to Cayenne like, I'm very much alive, and it's just Bully Maguire dance. I like Tom Hardy, but I'm not sure he's right for the role either. Yeah, he's kind of a weird choice for Eddie Brock. I can agree with that. But I didn't mind him. Did you do any of the Azure fishing quest line? I'm pretty sure I did. Pretty sure I did. Your family looks normal in future games. Missed out by not doing the fishing side quest on Azure. Limp noodle like Laura hitting Crow Vita. Okay, Galleon. Okay, I see. You woke up and you chose violence. I see that. Didn't even one-shot him. Yeah, you know, hey, we all have our bad days. Go fairly well, comrades. May thy backs always be washed, but not by this, because that's weird. Thanks, Dakota. Have a good one. Let's try and get this fish. See, you've complimented your preparations. Complimented? Dude, just say completed. My guy. Vice captains, assume your positions. Maybe I didn't do the fishing side quest on Azure. I have to load up my save and check. Control, read, and catch a noble carp. I don't really have any... I probably should have changed my rod. Oh, I got 5 attempts. So thrilling.
Now that's a catch.
Okay. What is it? Medium size? Yeah, I think it's this one. No, it's just another arowana. Oh, come on now. I thought I had that.
Now that's a catch.
There's somewhere like Sky. Yeah, there's somewhere like Sky. You just like press the button and then you pull them up. It's not. I'm trying to remember the noble carp. I haven't caught one of those in a while. Oh, it doesn't matter. Because all it's going to do is just give me an arowana. This is giving me like PTSD to Star Fox Adventure on the GameCube, where you had to like mash the X button. The test of strength stuff.
Now that's a catch.
Make an interesting fishing game in a JRPG, but nobody buys the fishing games that are only fishing. That's true. Sorry, but that's true that no one really does do that. Except maybe like my grandpa. He buys the fishing games. No, because when they had a Nintendo Wii, they had like 4 or 5 fishing games. Gosh, dude.
Now that's a catch.
There was one fishing game I liked. It was a Flash game called Fishing Girl, if I remember correctly. It's the best rod that you need. I don't know. I swapped to like different rods, and it seemed like it didn't really make it much of a difference. But we'll try this one. We'll swap to it. Doesn't really. Would be worth it. I don't think that's it either.
Whoa, this is a big one.
Oh, that's the normal. I was thinking of something else then. Okay. I was thinking of a completely different fish then. Preposterable. Chose your second well, it seems. Figured I'd show a little school spirit, you know. Presume you mean to imply that your angling abilities now surpass my own? We'll find out soon enough, won't we? Should show my grandpa this fishing game. Maybe I should. That would be so funny. Can you imagine him playing? Oh, thank you. Can you imagine him playing like the first however many hours it takes to get to the fishing? He'd be calling me up and be like, "Logan, where's the fishing at in this game? I thought there was fishing. Instead, there's a bunch of backwashing." That would be so worth it. Oh man. Get my grandpa a PS5 just so he can play this. I'm thinking he's gonna play a fishing game, but it winds up to be something else. Oh man. That would be awesome. That would be so funny. When we think about the backwashing, I mean, he'd definitely be very confused. He would definitely be very confused. I'm also not gonna let you ruin someone else's either. Kenneth, oh my gosh. Kenneth learned the power of manhood. To refrain from talking during a sacred battle such as this. Results are the only thing that matter here. I hope you haven't forgotten that. Time for me to go land Annabelle the big one. One of these games where people scrub the screen, it would be a Rean backwashing sim. Dude, it would be like a WarioWare minigame. Actually, there might be a WarioWare minigame that's like, wash the back. Really, it's just that he never seemed to have a care in the world, and yet all this time he was thinking about me. Meanwhile, I was only ever thinking about myself. I've been showing the respect he deserves. To him, this battle is a serious affair, but he's fighting with everything he has. But me? To me, it was just some tedious ordeal that I just wanted to have behind me as soon as I could. I'm so ashamed. Nonsense, my lady. Save your apologies for later. Right now, he's over there fighting for what he believes in, fighting for you. Time for me to finish this, Kenneth. Control Kenneth and catch a giant swordtail. Let's do it, bruh. Well, it's right there, dude. There we go. Boom! Marriage ended. Right? Engagement? One of the things? What? What? Oh my gosh. I can't even say it with a straight face. Oh, this dude straight up comes out of the Matrix and just says a bunch of words. He's grabbing his phone. Wait, really? Thumbnail? Should I? Should I? Should I make that a thumbnail? As soon as backwashing and Doki Doki, but I haven't played it even though everyone says I should. David, are you talking about Doki Doki Literature Club? There's no backwashing in that, but there's a lot of something else. I'm not going to ruin it for you because you do need to experience it for yourself. That game is crazy. Anantha's the best Trails protagonist. I thought that was Anton. Things to take out of this stream series: cows come from milk, backwashing is okay as long as it's not your sister doing it, and G Fuel steak. and what was just said on the screen? The Twilight. Oh, I have such a juvenile sense of humor, man. Oh my gosh. Oh, dude. Great, now I'm buying it. Dude, David, go into that game so blind. Don't look up anything about it. Don't look up anything about it. That game gets so crazy. I'll make our aggressor? What does that even mean? Yeah, he just needs to be let out. Just wanted to say that I had fun wishing fish. I said wishing. No, I'm guessing Dad's not going to be too happy about all this. I intend to return to Crossbow and continue my training there. There's a lady there awaiting my return after all. I wonder if that's who I think it is. Well, give my regards to Kaguya, will you? Blade note, you would do well to pay more attention to the world around you. If you don't do something about that personality of yours, Annabelle will. No, I suppose it's not my place to say. Regardless, stay diligent in your training. The matter of the wedding may be settled, but our own personal battle rages on. Not only is Rean a war criminal, he's a homewrecker. Is this really the protagonist that we want in our games? A little stubborn sometimes, but deep down he's got a heart as big as the ocean. I find myself regretting that the marriage was not meant to be. He seemed a rather worthy partner. Yeah, I don't think that's for us to decide, but at least she gets to now. Kenneth is very charming, but I mean... yes, what is it? I want to say I'm excited that we can go back to spending our days fishing together. Oh, yeah, I am as well. Forgive me for assuming, but have you set your eyes on Ke? Absolutely not. Well, one ordeal's over, but it looks like it led straight into another. That's silly. That's silly. It's the most ridiculously long epilogue ever. It is pretty long. I'm just here for the ride, man. More characters from Crossbell. I'm gonna be honest. Port Bob brought up. I don't think I did side quest on that one. So I'm gonna go back through and play those games again and do everything I did because I was dumb and then didn't even like do the side stuff. I wonder, was the fishing stuff like an optional sort of thing? Like you had to go to a specific character, and if it was something like that, I definitely missed it. Look at your dorm room, a brand new stack of requests. A rough year for both of us, but you really made it easier on me, so thanks. It's nice to know my last day as president won't be a taxing one, so if there's anything you need from me, just ask. I'd be happy to treat you to some little tea. Wait, tea a little later? Wait, what? Yo!
Wow! Rank A0?
We made the honor roll! Let's go!
Wow! That must have been tough.
You made the honor roll! That's what I'm talking about. Made AO rank. Let's talk Trista. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. The scene was why I told you to get all the fish. Oh, it was this scene here? Okay. Isn't that also Eren Yeager? Wait, are they the same person? Rean is Eren Yeager, confirmed. He's just Eren Yeager in an alternate timeline. He's Eren Yeager in an alternate timeline. He's a war criminal. Rean fights Lloyd and wrecks more homes than Waze. Yes. Went from hero to zero, and all it took was finding out his dad was someone important. Insert Seinfeld sound effects, yes. Annabelle more than Anton, but I like the scene Anton gets late CS4. Alright, questline as well as a subplot. Yeah, I missed that then. Bring a Master Fisher from the Sky Third Door to beat the Elite Four in the end if Lloyd doesn't do it. Okay. That's right, I didn't, because you had to catch certain fish and then you go to the... Yeah, okay. I remember it now. Yeah, I didn't finish it. I think I only took on one person. I can use their cold steel since Kenneth is here and his brother even shows up. Gotcha. Gotcha. Fair enough. All right, well, y'all, I think we're going to end the stream there for today. And I think what I'll do is I'll tackle this side stuff off stream. So like I'll do this one off stream, and I think there's like 2 optional quests. I'll do those off stream, and then we'll come back tomorrow to knock out these 2. And that'll be the, I mean, I'm assuming that'll be the end. But yeah, that's what we'll do. That is what we'll do. Did I not get the other medals? Huh. Okay, well, fair enough. But yeah, that's what we'll do. That is what we'll do. I'll save one more time just to make sure I actually saved. Does the title screen change at all? I'm like super curious about this. Oh no, it stays the same. Alright, fair enough. Fair enough. Anyway. There's one optional quest later on that you want to show on stream. The final optional side quest you'll have to do on stream tomorrow to progress the plot to get to it. Okay. Swap this over. Well, we'll do the other ones then. We'll do those tomorrow then. That's what we do. So I'll do I guess it sounds like 2 side quests off stream, and then we'll pick up tomorrow and go from there. Should replay the old games and do the side quests. At least one from Azure has a big payoff in Kuro. Yeah, I'll have to do that. Because like, man, I really missed a lot. That bums me out. That bums me out that I missed that stuff. I did all the stuff like that you get from the computer, but I missed out on the what's it called? The optional ones, the hidden ones. And then the fishing one. So I'll eventually get around to that at some point. But yeah, anyway, y'all, thank you for hanging out this morning. I'm glad today was more chill and it wasn't so crazy. I don't know if I could have handled any more crazy after yesterday. Yesterday feels like a fever dream. But yeah, so I'm glad today was more chill, it was more relaxed. We did some fishing. We ruined a relationship. It was great. It was a great time. It's a great time. But yeah, all right, y'all. So I will be back tomorrow 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. We'll start up with where we're at, on where we left off, do the main quests, and then probably finish out the epilogue. And we'll go from there. Yeah, that's what we'll do. I think that's what we'll do. That is what we'll do. Yeah. Anyway, y'all, thanks for hanging out this morning. Appreciate it. Appreciate all the likes, all the conversation, all the good stuff. Y'all are great. And I hope y'all have a great rest of your, what is today, Tuesday? Yeah, hope y'all have a great rest of your Tuesday. I will see y'all tomorrow. Y'all have a good one, and I will see you later.